How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. I was it's funny. I was rushing and I went to vacuum out my car. I
Yeah,
took Maverick to Eastern Market yesterday.
yeah,
Whenever I take him somewhere, it's nice, but also like, cause I do Lyft and give rides. So like,
right.
bro, if you don't own a dog, you don't understand how much dog hair gets everywhere in a short,
Yes,
bro. So I
yes,
like take him somewhere, and I just know, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna have to like put. You can't see it, but I'm like drenched from
yeah,
from vacuuming and getting dog hair. Like, because I don't want. In a perfect world, I'll get another vehicle and I can take
right,
him. And we just go wherever. But like, I gotta put in work so it don't look like I just had a dog in my car,
right.
bruh. Oh my goodness! Between the drool you be like wiping off the,
And
it's like a.
you got leather seats. You got leather
I
seat.
do. Thank
Okay,
God. I
so
do. But
yeah,
on the back, it's like that. It's not leather on the back. It's like so. I put some of the seats down and like
yeah.
put them in the car. So it's like the material on the back. I have to vacuum because, bro, the dog hair gets everywhere. Like
You should get that. They got like mats for dogs. Like they got some.
I think my man who just told me that. Somebody just told me about that. But with the Jeep, so I have the two seats in the front row. Then
Yeah,
it's two seats in the
t-
middle.
right.
So that's the only reason I haven't gotten that yet. Because like it's not like a normal back row that's got like the three seats together. The
Yeah,
third row though has that. But like those are the seats I fold down. So he basically walk up and be behind me when I be driving. But
yeah.
I need to figure out something, but yeah. So that was. It's funny because I was rushing and got home and it was like 9:50. I was like, whoo! And then of course Drew sent that text like 10:15. Cool. I'm like, dog. I'm sitting here still sweating. Like, oh, but that's life, man. But no, I never took him before. He did great. Like, bro, the amount of the amount of pictures white people came up to me and showed me of they random dogs
Yeah,
just because I had Maverick. I was like, I just would never, I wouldn't think of something like that, but
yeah.
bro. Main attraction, like I'm trying to find Jazz and Brandy and our cousins, and literally I can't find it because I keep getting stopped and people petting them and like just want to know about him. It's crazy, but he did really good, bro. It's
Yeah.
you'd
Long
be
as he good
surprised how
around
like
people, like
yeah, no, he is great around people. Like it's something about dogs that just make people tap into like I think their childhood or like most people have always wanted dogs or like never had them, but then some
yeah,
people it was people dropping like heavy stories on me like, oh, he looks just like my dog who passed away before he was one of and here's his picture. I'm like, bro, like what how am I supposed to carry this on my heart the rest of the day? Like what is it? Oh man. But overall it was a good experience. I'm like, yeah,
oh
I don't
man,
know. It was a good idea, bro. By the time I got him back to the Jeep, that boy was cooked, like
he passed out in the
panting,
Jeep. Passed out.
So I put the windows down on the way home. My man's was trying to get that air from the window, but also falling asleep. Oh man, no, we got a good workout yesterday.
Yeah.
We had a ball. How was? I guess I'll wait until Drew's here, but just gonna ask about your trip because
Oh, it was amazing.
man, that
Yeah,
shit looked beautiful. Oh my
it
goodness,
was
it looked
amazing.
amazing for sure.
Yeah,
Where is you went to Martha's Vineyard? But like, forgive my ignorance. Is that Virginia? Where is that?
it's in Massachusetts, so it's
Okay.
like
Oh, so
I want to
Boston.
say like a couple hours from Boston. I want to say
Oh, a couple
two.
of damn. Okay.
Yeah, let
Is
me
this still
Google.
like if you go to stores around there? Is this still no tax like it is? Um, like I know Boston, there's like no sales tax. Was there sales tax where you was at when you bought in?
I don't believe I paid any sales tax, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I
It's
went.
like one of those like beautiful surprises. You go to check out and you're like, oh, so it's just $56. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, so
nice.
it's about 3 hours from Boston. So yeah, but
Oh, but
yeah,
I know
nah,
y'all had that fresh
it was a
seafood.
great
Oh,
time, man. Yeah,
seafood there just on another level, man. It's fresh out the
bro,
water. Oh,
bro. I had quite possibly the greatest lobster roll ever, bro. Like I almost went back there and kissed the chef. Like, yo, let me holler
that
at you real
sounds
quick. Come here.
amazing.
No, it was so good, dog. But yeah,
What
it
was
was
what were
an
some other
amazing
meals
thing.
you ate? I'm not trying to like spoil the story,
Um,
but we're clearly
so
past 15.
Not too much. Like my auntie, she wanted to have a Taco Tuesday, so we went to a Mexican restaurant. That shit was mid, so I ain't
Mm.
really care about that. But then like me and Kiera went out on a date and we had the lobster rolls and stuff, and then we had fried oysters, and then we went to another bar and had some fresh oysters and stuff like that. So it was good. And
I
then
don't know if I've ever had an oyster.
yeah, I mean I
What
like
it
them.
is there
So
anything you can compare it to? Like,
no,
I'm really a
I
weird texture guy.
yeah, then you wouldn't like it. It's a texture thing because
Okay.
they like they slimy, and then it's like it tastes like seafood. So if you yeah, so because it's like
Okay.
it's fresh out of the water. So and
Is
then
it cooked at all, seasoned, prepared, or is it just
so
like
if you getting like fried oysters and stuff like that, then yeah, um, it's cooked and it tastes like I don't know what I can tell you. You ever had yeah, it don't taste like that either. I was about to say calamari, but
I was gonna actually ask you if it tastes anything like a clam.
yeah,
Like,
so it tastes like that. Yeah,
okay,
and so but then raw, it doesn't taste like that at all. Like raw is tastes like seafood, like fresh seafood. I don't know how to explain it. You
that's
gotta
real.
yeah.
I have
So
fry. I think I have. I think I had one. I tried one on what was it? Was that Mother's Day? I think they got a broil, but they had like fried oysters, if I'm not mistaken. I think I might have had a piece of one.
yeah,
I,
and you
I
didn't like
don't.
it.
I
Yeah,
don't remember being a fan, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. It's because it's a different texture. It's not like it's not fleshy like fish or shrimp or something like
Yeah.
that. So it's a weird texture as far as like trying to like get a hold of it and stuff like that. So yeah, but
Okay.
we enjoy it. And then like we just had a great time. We went to two beaches. So one of the beaches is like one of the beaches you see in Baywatch and stuff like that. So like it
Okay.
has right rougher waters. People go there to like surf and stuff like that. So that was the first beach. It has like white sand. It's like beautiful. I think that's the
Man.
one that I showed y'all. Like it's beautiful. Like and people go out there for that. We took Cassidy because she's a water baby. She loves to swim. So we
Really?
took her out there, but the waters were rough for her, so she couldn't really like get in the water to enjoy it. Like
Because the
that's more
wave?
for like adults, yeah, for
Okay.
adults. But I still had a good time, and like I know how to swim. So had I not been with Cassidy, I probably would have went into the water like a little more. But I was with her, so I didn't want to leave her alone. So the second day we went to a beach that's like more family oriented, and
Mhm.
it's like a history around Martha's Vineyard. It's called the Inkwell. A lot of our great African American writers they
Ain't
went.
that based off? Ain't there a movie? Is there a movie or
Yeah,
something
the
called?
movie is based. The
Is
movie
that
The
Lorenz Tate
Inkwell.
movie?
Yes, the movie The Inkwell
Okay.
was based in Martha's Vineyard. So yeah, so the beach is called the Inkwell. A lot of our great writers they went to this part of Martha's Vineyard and they would write, they would vacation there, they would spend times with their family, and so that beach is near the neighborhood, and that neighborhood is called Oak Bluffs. So we went there to that beach, and yeah, we was just Cassie was having the time of her life there, like because the
Yeah.
waters were calmer. The beach is not as like sandy; it's more rocky and stuff like that. But the waters are
Mhm.
calmer. Anybody can get into that water and have a good time. So I was in the water all day over there. Then we went into Oak Bluffs. It's a street called Circuit Avenue where you can go there and like shop, eat, all the type of stuff. Like at
Yeah.
nighttime, all the kids come out. So like the teenagers and stuff, they come out and they're going to the arcade. It's like parks and stuff around there and stuff. Like it's a really good time.
No,
So
it's funny because when you said Inkwell, I'm like, why does it sound familiar? I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure that's a movie.
yeah,
But then when you started listening to you describe the beaches, I'm like, there was a lot of water, so that makes sense.
yeah.
That's a nice
So
connection.
um yeah, so it was a great time. It was like very chill. Like the people were really nice. Like me and Kiera was like, yeah, we got to do this every year. We got to find a way. Like it's expensive. So my aunt, like she always rents a house every 2 weeks. In the summertime to Martha's Vineyard. So the first week is usually with her girlfriends, and the second week she invites like her siblings and stuff over. So this week she didn't. Her girlfriends weren't able to make it, so she invited me and my family, and we went down there. And so it was dope. So, but yeah, we was like we gonna do that every year. Like we gotta find a way. Like because she joined Kiera joined the Facebook group and everything to see if anybody's renting houses because the houses were like beautiful, bro. Like
really
crazy. Like, and I know all those houses cost like $1 million plus. Like, so yeah, even the house that we was in, like it was great, bro. Like all the bedroom, like
where does your aunt actually stay? Like I know
so it's Kiera's aunt. She lives in DC. So she
Okay.
lives in DC and she yeah, she's
Shit, DC ain't cheap from what I've heard. So
she's the rich aunt.
Martha's
So,
above that.
yeah.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, she's the rich aunt, so she's pretty wealthy. So yeah, she lives in DC and she usually goes down to Martha Vineyard. She used to do it like be down there for like 3 weeks, you know, because but she do like 2 weeks, a week with her girls and then a week with the family. So
Okay.
but yeah, so and it take her 8 hours from DC to get to Martha's Vineyard, and it was supposed to take us 12. It take you 12 if you don't stop. But that's not realistic. Yeah, so, we had a toddler. Yeah, it took us about the first day. It took us about 15 hours. The second day, it took us about 16 hours. So 16, 17 hours, something like that. Yeah,
That's like driving to Arkansas back in the day. Woo! I don't miss them road trips at all, man.
Yeah, that man, Ohio, like, so I didn't know this, and now I know this. Now I don't know if any other highways have higher than 70 miles per hour highway. Michigan has 70. It's only certain spots in Ohio that has 70. Everything else is 60, 65, 55. Yep. I didn't know that Pennsylvania and New York was the same way. So, like, I'm like, bro.
New York has 60 mile per hour speed limit?
Yes.
I
55.
didn't know that.
I'm like, bro, like, what did we, because we had to drive through Western New York. So we was in Buffalo and all of that, Syracuse.
I haven't been to New York yet.
Yeah. So, like, I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? So I'm driving through Buffalo and the speed limit is 60, but niggas is zooming by me, and I'm like, bro, like, am I supposed to keep up with the traffic? How's y'all police around here? Like, y'all gotta let me know.
Remember when I got pulled over in Ohio?
Yeah,
bro pulled me over for going like 69. The speed limit was 60. I was saying
going 69.
I was like, bro, in Michigan, I'm like, bro, the speed limit is 70. So like, but I had the Michigan place. I'm in Ohio. That the time I got searched, that's literally like. Yeah, I wasn't really aware of that per se, but it's weird if you driving at night and it's 60. Like, I'm not driving 60, but if it's daytime and like you said, you trying to keep up with traffic,
right?
Bro, I was keeping up with traffic going 69 miles per hour, but still got flicked. So
yeah, I'm like, bro, like, how am I supposed to? So I asked my auntie once I got there, I'm like, how do they do this? I need to understand how to, like, do I blend in? Like, am I supposed to, like, are they real strict around here? Because you know, when you on the lodge in Michigan, 55 is a suggestion.
Come on, bro.
We don't do 55.
If you actually go 55 on a lodge, like, people gonna drive around.
People gonna get mad at
yeah,
like, bro, I'm not doing that. Like, so. Yeah, so I'm like, nah. She was like, you can get away between 5, like going a little 5 to 7 over. You know, like she was like, but mostly keep up with the flow of the traffic. She was like, but yeah, everywhere is slow around here. Michigan, the only one who got 70 consistently. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
And if you got out of state plates, like, bro, you want to play it even more safe because they gonna automatically see those plates and want to pull you over regardless.
Bro, yeah.
So
Martha's Vineyard is an island. So we had to go to, I don't know if you heard of Cape Cod.
I have, but I'm not, like, I don't actually know what it is, but I've heard
so
of it.
So it's basically like in that New England area for Massachusetts. So we had to go to Cape Cod to get on a ferry to go to Martha's Vineyard. So, you know, it's a big ass boat. Like, we parked the car in there. You take the boat. It took like 30 minutes to get over to the vineyard. You know.
Oh, that's like, what's here that uses that? Where you have to take like a ferry. It's like a city that's up north.
Oh, probably Mackinac Island.
Yeah,
but I don't know if Mackinac don't let you drive, so it's probably somewhere in the UP, like maybe Marquette or something like that. So
Mackinac Island, from what I heard, you had to take like a little.
You do have to take a ferry over there, but This
Okay.
ferry is bigger because you can put cars in there. Like
So
Mackinac, you
when
got
you
to
take
take.
the ferry from Mackinac Island, what is it like? It's just like you,
No,
like
you got to park your car. They have a big ass parking lot. You park your car, and then people get on the ferry and they take you over.
oh,
Yeah. So
okay. No,
yeah,
I
because you
need to go to
can't
Mackinac
you
Island.
can't drive on Mackinac. They got like bikes and horses and buggies and stuff. So
Can you rent a horse from Mackinac Island?
you can't rent a horse. You can rent a bike, and that's not a great idea if you ain't
I
in
was gonna say,
shape.
I feel like I'd rather have the horse. I've never ridden a horse,
Yeah.
but well, as
So
an adult, I should say.
yeah. So
Okay.
but no, it was a great time, man. I had the time of my life. Like I don't know any other way to explain it. It's the greatest vacation I ever had. So yeah, it
I was
was a
gonna
really
ask
good
you, like,
time.
what does it feel like to just completely was there moments where you literally like put your phone away because you were with your family and like
Oh,
you
100%.
didn't need
Like I
any like
barely was on my phone. Like I didn't even watch no TV while I was there. To be honest, like it was like your day is chilling. Like it was 3 patios in the house, so like you can go anywhere to go to sleep
free
and chill.
patio?
Yes. Like I had a picture. I think I sent y'all a picture of Cassidy, and she just sitting on the patio. Like now that little girl is gonna be high maintenance for the rest of her life because she thinks she's supposed to live in a life of luxury. Okay, so yeah, she didn't want to
Uh,
leave. She was like, "No, I want to stay with Aunt Margie, and I want to live here." Like she had the time of her life.
so wait,
So
what's that like to know that know that you do everything you can to provide for, and it's like it's time to go, and it's like, Dad, y'all done brought me as far as y'all
right,
can. But I
yeah.
think once I done saw
I'm
beach, it
like,
ain't no going back to the city. Now I'm
right,
good.
yeah. No, yeah. Cassidy the one who gon' when she get in elementary school is gonna be a problem. Like I'm like, man,
Yeah, nah, I
nah.
think I'm good here. I think
Yeah,
we got a nice run.
she she is gonna be the worst type, and I gotta deal with it. Like so, hey man, I did this. She's a
What is it like
princess.
though? What is it like though for you as a father, knowing all you do is sacrifice X, Y, and Z to be able to create those
Oh,
moments for your family? Going on this trip for a
it
week, like
feels
you did.
honestly, it feels amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just gotta do, as parents, you just have to do a great job of teaching your kids like this is what hard work gets you so that they don't feel entitled, like this is what, like they shouldn't feel like this is what you're supposed to do because everybody don't live like this and everybody doesn't isn't privileged enough to live these type of moments, so enjoy this moment, like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's with my teenagers, I have to do that to them, like, hey, this is amazing. I'm glad y'all enjoying y'all time. I love that I'm able to provide this for y'all, but this is not normal. Like everybody don't live like this. Like when you talk to your friends on the phone and tell them where you been and show them pictures, they ain't had this type of time. So, enjoy it and appreciate it. I think that's the biggest thing, to teach them. But it's amazing. This what we do it for. Like I don't want them to grow up the same way I grew up. Like I want them to live better than I did. So I didn't have these type of experiences as a kid, so I'm glad that they do so they can be more well-rounded individuals. So it's
What's
dope.
up, Drew? Bro, I feel like that's such a hard like when I see celebrities and they are, trying to raise their children and it's like, well, on one hand, you're able to show them this lifestyle that most people can't,
Right.
afford. But then I was watching it actually yesterday, watching DMX two sons talk about what it was like to have DMX as a father. And
Hmm.
he's bringing in, these beautiful toys, and everybody they know loves their father and X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, one of them was like, it's beautiful, but also at the same time, I feel like your father in that position is never really yours.
Yeah.
And also he had a lot of kids, so he necessarily couldn't spend that time with them. But like he was like basically like a big kid. He whether it was car toys or real cars, like bring around these fancy things. So like, but as a kid, how do you not feel like, oh, okay, this is my life, right?
Right.
Like,
Right.
so when I hear you say, breaking down that balance, that's something I haven't had kids yet, but it's like growing up, you almost there's this connotation if you're spoiled, right? Where it's
Hmm.
like, damn. But on the other hand, if you're a parent, you want to get to a place where you can spoil your kids, but like
Right.
there has to be that balance. There has to be that give and take. So to hear you say that and knowing you as a person, it's cool to see how you can break that down for your kids, but also like there's a lot of people out there that feels like just being spoiled is a bad thing, and it's like
Yeah.
it can
Because
be. You just have to do it right.
I don't necessarily believe in giving your children everything that they want and desire. I don't do that. My children, anytime I give them something, they've earned it. They work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have that conversation. I don't feel like they should just anything they ask for, you should get just off the strength. No, because that
Yeah,
doesn't teach you anything. And like, then when you go into the world, you're gonna feel like everything that you want and desire, it should just be handed to you. No, but I do want them to have life experiences. I want them to see things. I want them to see the world, and I have to teach that to them, and so that they can see. All right, when you become an adult, this is things that you strive for. This is also things that you want to pour into your children. So like it is a give and take, but also everything has to be worked for. Everything has to be earned. And my kids know that as well. So yeah, I spoiled to a certain degree. Now the baby
yeah,
is being spoiled. I don't know. I don't know what y'all want me to do for that. But the older
right. Like
kids,
that's the thing.
yeah.
I
But the
think
older
Drew might be
kids,
having the same. Drew might be having the same situation you had because it
Can
says
you
we're
hear
not able
me?
to display camera and mic. But I know he came and left out, so I'm gonna take a picture.
yeah, because he came in and then I don't know. Okay.
All right, well, while he does that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
All right.
How about now?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear you?
Jesus. Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can hear
we
you
can
guys.
hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
All
How
right.
you doing?
Lot. Just too much.
You
You
good?
said what? Sorry, your audio went out.
Oh
Yeah.
man. I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's just
Okay.
rough morning. Rough morning.
Well, I was talking to Gerard about his recent trip to Martha's Vineyard.
He's got
Sound
money.
amazing. It sound amazing. We were just talking about the balance of showing your kids a beautiful, experiences and spoiling them to a degree, but also like the balance of like Gerard was explaining, like you have to work for this. Some of your friends may not, experience the things that you have. So that's one thing I always think about. We always talk about the music industry, sports, money, X, Y, and Z, but it's like, okay, it's hard to balance some of these things sometimes. We kind of speak like, things are automatic, but it's really not. So to hear Gerard
Right.
break down, those things, it just was beautiful. But I was jealous just from him saying, like, man, I put my phone down. Like, I find myself, like, purposely trying to let my phone die sometimes these days just so I don't have, like, I have to, like, look at my phone. I have to check my
Yeah.
phone. Like, don't feel like I have to be somewhere. Like, between battling or juggling, I should say, like 9 to 5, but also giving rides to people. I always feel like I have to be somewhere. Or I'm like forgetting a ride, and that's like one of the worst feelings ever. So, no, I'm looking forward to a getaway at some point, and it sounds amazing, man. So I love that for you, Gerard.
Yeah, thank you.
Of
It
course,
was a great time. Loved it. So, will recommend 10 out of 10. You know. So,
man, all I can do is think about that fresh seafood, man. That shit, oh my goodness,
oh yeah.
that's all I can think about.
Yes, it was delicious.
So got some Did You Knows. By the way, our last episode did really well, so I want to thank anybody that shared, listened to, took time out of their day to tap in with us. A lot of new people tapped in per our analytics. So if there's anybody new out there listening to us from now on, we appreciate you. Welcome. Did You Knows? So Billboard 200. Since we last recorded, Justin Bieber's swag sold 163,000 first week. On the breakdown, it stated that it was 1.98.77 million on-demand streams and 6,000 pure sales. So take that as you will. Tyler, the Creator, Don't Tap the Glass. Rare Monday drop on July 21st earned 41 million streams as the opening day on Spotify. Became the biggest opening, or one of the biggest opening days of the year, despite losing 6 hours of tracking time. Officially sold 197,000 his first week and debuted at #1 on a Billboard. Becomes his 4th consecutive #1 album. We'll talk about that album a little later. Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist, Alfredo 2, received 6.2 million streams this opening day on Spotify. It's the 12th biggest debut of the year. Alfredo 2 is projected to sell 38,000 copies his first week. On one hand, you hear that and be like, dang, that's low. But on the other hand, that's actually really well for Freddie Gibbs considering his other number sales. Yeah. We'll talk about that album later. I actually can't wait to talk about that one. I have our R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. Since we last recorded, he passed away. Wanted to show him some love. Hulk Hogan also passed away, and that's a very controversial subject. And whether it's Hulk Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, the passing that hit me the hardest was actually beloved Grammy-winning American jazz icon Chuck Mangione that passed away at the age of 84. Mangione's 1977 album Feels So Good, and his title track hit made him a household name. And I think of him whenever I think of King of the Hill, because there's certain classic episodes he would just play that sound or a specific song, and it just brought back memories. So those are all the notes that I had. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to add, or any special nuggets or comments on any of that?
Yeah. Also, R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Malcolm Jamal, man.
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, that was tough.
Bro, one of the episodes we recorded recently, I was talking about like swimming and knowing how to swim, and it's like it just goes to show you can even know how to swim, and depending on where you're at, like certain current, like that just was. I actually forgot about that, so I'm glad you guys brought that up. Like, I think that was one. It was almost like you didn't want to accept it because of the way it happened. Like with his daughter was saved, thankfully. And it's like, man, that's just, you hate to see that. Like, truly a tragic situation all around.
That was super tough. And then it reminded me, like, when we was in Martha's Vineyard, the first beach I told you about, South Beach, was kind of like where he was swimming at.
Oh man,
it's a rough water. It's where people go to surf and stuff like that. So when you go out there with kids and you're just like swimming like freely and stuff, that current is strong as hell, and it can pull you away because it's right off the ocean. So yeah, that's just tough to hear. And that was like you out there on vacation, man. And that's,
right, like you're planning a trip to enjoy and make the best memories, and now you're coming home and you have to literally, like, man, that just so sad. So yes, thank y'all for mentioning that. I'll wait until Drew comes back. You know, he's having technical difficulties, so.
Can be one of those days, man.
Yeah, no, your audio keeps going in and out,
It's
but
crazy.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna
Is
keep.
your internet the normal?
Yeah, it's. I don't know what's
Okay.
going on with my. I don't know if I have to update my laptop or what's going on, but hey, if I dip out, just keep letting me back in. We'll just work around it today.
Okay. Well, I got through and we were talking about Malcolm Jamal Warner, but that was the last note that I had with Chuck Mangione. So, are y'all cool with getting into what we've listened to,
Oh, yeah.
watched, or played?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, Tyler the Creator, we can start with that one. Don't Tap the Glass. I thought it was a solid. It honestly reminded me of one of the Vince Staples albums. I can't remember. It might have actually been Vince Staples, but just, I mean, easy listen, quick to get through. But Drew, you kind of helped us with a topic. You as the biggest Tyler fan, honestly didn't enjoy it your first time around. Kind of was more so asking like the lens you should listen to the album. So I just want to give you the chance to kind of speak to what you thought as the biggest Tyler fan, and then we'll go from there as to the fun kind of, I guess, look most people had on the album.
It just simply didn't do much for me. I don't know if I don't even want to say I feel like I heard these tracks before or something, because I feel like I've heard these tracks dispersed through like all of his discography, I should say. So all of it together, it was short and sweet, which was nice, but like I just didn't really come away like liking that much of it. I only liked 3 tracks of it, I'd say. So it was just, I don't know. As a Tyler fan, obviously I love him and give him a lot of grace, but like I was like, I didn't feel that Igor album either. So I was like, this one and that one, I'm just, it's okay, nothing special. It didn't push the level of musicality like Chromacopia and Flower Boy and Don't Call Me If You Get Lost, and I feel like that's what I expect from him now. So when I got this, I was a little let down, to say.
I feel like hearing you explain it helps me kind of understand things more, but I think it speaks to a greater discussion. And something I'm kind of been thinking about, like, you mentioned certain albums of his, and it's just, I feel like it's really hard to be an artist just kind of thinking objectively, because, like, whatever you release is always going to be compared to something else. Like, even Tyler himself had to come out the day it dropped and was like, God, like, I think it was NPR, like, comparing, like, how do you feel about this album to that? And it's like, and this is kind of something I always talk to when we discuss these bigger albums, like, immediately, because of how successful people are, how passionate we are about certain projects or sounds, it's like we always feel the need to compare it to something else versus like my takeaway, because I'm not even the biggest Tyler fan, but like I appreciate how his music has grown, how he takes it seriously. But like he dropped it and I posted that tweet. He was saying like, yo, we go out and a lot of people don't even dance and have fun no more. Like, I'm making this album specifically so when you hear it, you can just get up and dance. Like, that's what it was. So when I saw that tweet, even before I saw it, it's like, okay. So now I'm listening to it. It's like, okay, does this music make me feel like I want to dance?
Right.
And that's essentially what it is. It's like house music. You walk into a house party and like everybody's vibing, chilling. Like this is the background noise. But I didn't need it to be, chromacopia. I didn't need it to be all these things. But I'm not the biggest Tyler fan. So like, I'm not going to say it's right or wrong to view it this way. I'm just thinking of if I was an artist in 2025 and I was dropping some music, we always talk about and compare music today to in the past, but like with social media, part of it is like we always need, it has to be this classic project. Like everything has to be like better than the next. And it's like I take a step back, and when we discuss Drake, even it's like we've said, okay, what is this album for Drake? But it's like, bro, I don't need every project to be a classic. And I know that Tyler's in that, upper echelon now, but I just don't think that's fair where it's like every time an artist drops that's like huge, it's like, damn, like it was okay. Like I'm okay if certain artists drop an okay or a fun album, like, so that's why I wasn't really necessarily mad at the drop or like disappointed in the drop, Drew. Not that you were, it's just like, damn, I realize now, like, yeah, like nobody can drop anything for fun or even trying something outside the box because of his ass. Then it's like, what is this artist doing? He's, trying to switch up too much. And it's like, damn, like, where have we gotten musically to, like, everything has to be a classic? Mm-hmm. And I know that could be maybe like a major, I don't know, takeaway or even I could be providing a hot take right now, but that's just kind of like how it feels. So I'm curious, Gerard, if you agree, disagree, or what your overall takeaway was from the album.
Yeah, I didn't have high expectations. It wasn't like I was going into it thinking that I was going to get a critically acclaimed masterpiece again from Tyler. Like, and I think he prefaced it like you said on social media, like, "Hey y'all, this is an album for fun. It was sitting in my hard drive. Either I was going to release it now or it was never going to get released. So I'm gonna release it now and enjoy it, you know." And it's crazy that he released it now because he's on the Chromacopia tour. You know what I'm saying? While he's releasing this album, which means that he's going to have to implement these songs in the tour as well. I give him credit for that as well. So, like, but I just thought it was a fun album. Like, I listened to it and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple songs I might play over and over again. But as a entire, like, piece, like, no, it doesn't match up to Call Me If You Get Lost to Chromacopia. But I didn't need it to. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. Like, I didn't need it to. Like, I just thought that he still put a good effort out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was thoughtful. It's still cohesive. It's still like it's together. Like, and it's still a good album. Like, and so that's all it was. Like, but I understand where Drew coming from, because if you are coming from that mindset, you only compare artists to themselves, right? And so what Drew's doing is comparing Tyler to himself. I'm like, hey, you dropped a classic album the last time, so now as a fan, I'm entitled. Like, I'm looking for more classics. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when you drop this one and it's not a classic, it's like, damn, it's kind of a bit of a letdown, a bit of a disappointment. But, you know, I wasn't looking at it from that point of view. I just still enjoyed it. So it was.
But even the way he dropped it, right? Like, it wasn't no, you know, huge rollout. Like, it was basically like,
yeah,
we found out the week before, like, oh shit, he dropping on Monday. Like,
yeah.
I guess that's why I didn't have like the, oh shit, it's gonna be a classic. But also, you said what, Drew?
I think it was more lead time for Chromacopia.
He dropped it on a Monday.
I feel like
yeah.
Well, he dropped on a Monday, but like we knew Chromacopia was coming way before. Like, we didn't know about this album until literally like damn near the week before. Yeah. So that's why. But also, I will say in the back of my mind, when it comes to the classic or like what type of album it will be, I will say, I guess his feature on the Pusha T and Clips album, it's like, I guess because of the timing he dropped it and it being after the Clips album, it was like maybe he was inspired and is he cooking up like another type of. But when I saw the tweet, it's like, okay, something fun. But Drew, I have a question for you. You asked in our group chat, like, what's fun about the album? And I'm more so curious, when you think of fun albums, like, what are albums to you that specifically, if you just want something fun or put you in the mood to like just kind of dance, what albums are you necessarily throwing on, or what artists, you know, are you looking for when you're in that kind of mood?
I wouldn't say a full album, but like take Pharrell for example. How many like songs he's made that make you want to dance, whether it's Drop It Like It's Hot or Happy or what's the one from his debut album? In my mind, I can't think of the name. Is with Gwen Stefani, I believe it is. But like songs like that just make you want to move or something. When I heard this Tyler album, I'm just like, on to the next song, on to the next song, It just didn't really. I'm listening to it in the car. I'm like, I'm not really dancing to this kind of music, or maybe I don't know how to dance to that kind of music. Maybe that's what it is. Like, I just
that could be it too. Like
I went to that wedding last night, for example. Every single song by the DJ is a hit that makes you want to dance. If they would have played one of those Tyler songs last night, I don't think anybody would have danced to that, and people would have just been looking around and just kind of, oh, what do we do now? You know, I just don't get the dancey vibes to it.
True. Y'all was pretty lit. Y'all would have danced to some shit.
I guess
I just don't see that kind of music on it.
I listen in the car, and I mean, this might be just a culture thing, to be honest. Kind of similar to our Instinct and like New Edition. Like, I literally listen to the album, and immediately I like picture myself opening the door to a house party, being let in, and everybody's in there having a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm just instantly like wanting to be with the vibe. Like, so like I guess I'm familiar with that type of like sound, and it definitely made me want to dance. So I guess it's just interesting to know what you think of as like fun or like dance type music. But I think the Pharrell examples you gave, I mean, I agree with those, but
I mean, shit, they
I
played some
saw heavy.
Drake and Usher and everything last night. Songs that like people know too. I feel like if you don't know this album and you don't know what to expect from it, you don't know any singles from it. It's kind of hard to like get behind that and formulate like a rhythm or dance to it. You know?
Yeah, so that's the only part I disagree with you on, Drew. Like I understood your point. Like for the most part, the only thing I disagree with is I don't think something has to be mainstream or popular for it to invoke a feeling, right? So I don't think that like if you play this Tyler song, whether you know it or not, the point is to invoke feeling. So if the beat is good, if the rhythm is good, you know what I'm saying, if there's a chant in there to make you move, that's the point. Like, so I would liken it to like, have you listened to like Chicago house or Detroit house music? Like this so that type of music and stuff is what inspired Tyler, and that's the type of music on this album. And so like if you listen to that type of music, it's more like bass driven, rhythm driven. Like it has nothing to do with like the popular sounds that's on top 40 radio, so you won't get that the same type of feeling, but it's just like for body movements and stuff like that. So if you go to the Movement Fest in downtown Detroit, or like you go to Lollapalooza or something in Chicago where it's exclusively house, you know, or techno music, then you'll see the similarities to what Tyler did on this album. So that was the only thing I disagreed with. So I wouldn't compare Tyler's album to Usher's. Yeah, that's not right. They two different things. You know what I'm saying? So you can't compare them if it's two different feelings. So
one thing I'm getting, I guess it's a bone I have to pick with Tyler, is he's done this before. Is like, he tells people how to listen to the album. I don't like that from an artist. Like when the album Wolf came out, he was like, correct me if I'm getting the phrasing wrong. I don't know if you guys ever heard this or not, but when Wolf came out, he was just like, this album is meant to be played on a nice, beautiful day. Go ride a bike, go sit under a tree and listen to him. Like, bro, I don't need to do all that to listen to your fucking album. Like, He did it with Call Me If You Get Lost, or no, I'm sorry, with Flower Boy and shit like that. Like, go out into a field, enjoy the weather, your surroundings. This one, he's like, just listen to it, enjoy it, dance to it, feel free. I'm like, don't tell me how to listen to your album. Mike Posner did that before with an album. He's like, the very beginning of the album, he's like,
I feel you.
It's just, come on.
Yeah. No, I feel you. So Tyler's an artist, right? Tyler's an artist, and artists create with the intent to share their art and the way that they want to share it, and how the consumer receives it, right? So I think like it's just like, hey, this is I created it for this type of feeling. And in order for you to truly understand what I was trying to do, you should do it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know another way I can compare it to like if a trainer is trying to tell you how to work out. You know what I'm saying? To get optimal results.
I actually think I have the perfect comparison, actually, ironically enough. Drew, you know, there's certain albums we listen to and we're like, we're not feeling it. You like, did you do like the car test, or did you like, you see in which way we've listened to the album and say like, if we didn't enjoy it, we should try to listen to it this way. I think that's what Tyler's doing, not where he's like, you better be on a bike riding through a park. I think he's more so like, these are the vibes, you know, when I think of the perfect enjoyment for my album, this is what I'm thinking of. You're doing this, but I don't think he's like, hey man, if you ain't in a park, you're not gonna fuck with my album. I just think it's like, even his one album, he's like on a bike, right? Like riding Animal. So I guess I get that, but at the same time, like you said, Drew, if you're not feeling the album, like somebody telling you, hey, listening to it that way, is not gonna make you necessarily enjoy it more. Like it's certain albums where we have talked about it, and you've been like, man, if you listen to it this way, and it's like, matter of fact, James Blake and Lil Yachty's album, you described it a few times and tried to get Gerard to listen to it a few times this way, and he just like, nah, I ain't really feeling it. Like that, I guess that's the best comparison I will make to what you said, Drew. I think. Hey, honestly, there's another project that dropped where it's kind of some vibes similar to Yachty, and we'll get into it later. We focus on Tyler right now, so I'll stick there. Overall thoughts, I guess, takeaways from the album. I like that it's different. It's different all around. Like, we've been talking about movies a bit, and I've been talking about like everything's a remake. Like, I damn near like it when, like you say, Gerard, like what I liked about this album, even if you may not necessarily find it, fun or dance to it, like you still hear the polish when it comes to certain sounds. You still hear like he took the craft seriously. Like you can tell, and then I like if anybody has an excuse to do like a deluxe album or some shit to like tweak it, you would expect it from a person that dropped on a Monday.
Right.
He still hasn't done that. Like we see people drop on Fridays, and then the following week, deluxe album to try to increase their sales or manipulate. It's like, bro, you can see Tyler's gotten to a point where he does have, complete control, freedom to do what he wants. He dropped on a Monday. It gave fun vibes on a Monday, which I feel like is the best day where you need it. So I heard it. Some of the songs made me want to dance, but it was nice, fun, easy listens. So that's what I took it for. But I didn't compare it to any of his more serious albums, but I didn't think that was fair to do so to him. So it just makes me want to discuss with y'all more so like, where are we now? Because this is what we do, right? Like, there's been literally albums I've sat through and forced myself to listen until it ended just so I can have a full takeaway. Not that anybody has to do that, but like, if we're going to talk about sports analysts and how they don't necessarily even watch the games but got comments on shit, I don't want to be a part of that. Even if we're not even getting paid to do it, it's like, I want to give my full opinion on things. I want to be able to say that album never got better because I can promise you I kept listening and it just never got more enjoyable. So, like, I don't know. I feel like I really wanted to talk because I find myself with these big artists like Joey Badass is going to be dropping. A$AP Rocky, if he ever decides to drop. Like, and just where I should be when I listen to these albums. But also I want to give them a fair chance. Like, but I realize with my favorite artists, we're just at this place where I saw Bass post, he commented on like Ebron's post about Drake, and it's just like, I feel like as a casual, there's certain things within the industry where I don't understand. Hip hop continues to want to get bigger and wants to see artists get paid more, but also at the same time is very gatekeeper-esque. Like, if you don't listen to music a certain way, like you can't really speak to certain things. And I just feel like nobody talks about stuff that we all just try to ignore. Like, as a Drake fan, right, I've gotten to a point where I almost don't want to mention him on the podcast at certain times. Like, I don't want people to listen to us and be like, damn, why is Brandon always talking about Drake? But at the same time, like, that's my favorite artist, and he's one of the biggest out right now. And it's this narrative of, like, he's a culture vulture, X, Y, and Z. But I saw Baz post, and he's like, bro, what is it really about? I haven't really liked this narrative since the beef. And I wanted to talk about this with y'all because I feel like as the Drake stand on the show, I feel like if you've still been rocking with him, it's almost like you're seen as enabling or feeding into this person that's not good for the culture. And I just really don't like that. I haven't liked that for a while, and this isn't like a Drake stan thing. It's more like we always talk about, oh, this person to get into the beef, right? Well, you damn near see it's not even beneficial really to get into beefs anymore because you either going to see you took an L and now everybody's going to act like you can't do anything after an L. Like, I just want to get to a point where it's like, okay, what do we do now? Like, we've seen the beef come and go, but like the takes and how we view each artist has completely changed since this happened. Mm-hmm. And as a Drake fan, I just feel like, damn, should I not act like I'm a Drake fan anymore? Because it's almost like thought of not being cool. But then y'all have completely different perspectives. So I'm curious, based on what I've said so far, do y'all think I'm tripping? Do y'all think, did y'all see the Bass post by the way? It was a comment.
I saw it.
I was just curious, like, maybe I'm tripping. I very well could be, but at the same time, like, this fall off narrative, I'm not seeing it. But at the same time, I do have bones to pick with my favorite artists, so it's like I just don't know where and when I should talk about these
That's
things.
how I feel with Tyler right now, B.
So,
just a little bone
first of all,
no, like, I love that, and it's like, damn, like, how should I feel? So I'm curious what y'all think.
I mean, so first of all, this is a safe place, so we can always be honest at the podcast. You don't have to feel that way, like. But shut up, Drew. But for what I will say about you as a Drake fan is that you're also open-minded. It's not like you just blindly just following Drake. You know what I'm saying? It's not like how those stands were like for Eminem. Like, it didn't matter what the fuck he did. You know what I'm saying? It's the greatest shit of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I can honestly say that's not how you see things. Like, even if you like shit, you can say, well, I like it. I can, like, I'm not gonna say it's the best shit ever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit back and defend the shit. Like, I know other people like that who's gonna do that. So like you can always like talk about however you feel about the shit that he doing. So I'm gonna talk about two things. I'm gonna talk about Bass, and then I'll talk about personally how I feel. So I'm gonna start with personally because it's gonna be short and sweet. I don't listen to Drake anymore. I told y'all this already. So if he not making nothing that I feel like he's growing as an artist, and he's gonna keep trying like that same tried and true formula every single time because that's where he's comfortable at, then it's not for me. And I'm not going to say anything negative about him. I'm not going to shit on him. I'm not going to do none of that shit on social media because that's a waste of energy. But I'm not going to listen. So you won't hear me say anything about him because he's not making music for me. So I'm not going to go out of my, because now I'm going out of my way. I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to his shit just to talk bad about it so it can be a recurring cycle of us shitting on Drake or arguing about Drake or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to do that. Like, so I don't listen to him. I don't care what music he drops. Until it's growth in his music, I'm not going to take my time. Secondly, about Bass. I understood where Bass is coming from because it kind of feels like there's like Drake. It's very similar to what happened to Ja Rule. All right, very similar. And I think people that are in our generation, that's what Boz is from our generation, seeing what happened to Ja Rule and seeing how it didn't matter what Ja Rule did, even if it was slightly good, it was shit on and Ja Rule's career was essentially done. You know what I'm saying? Because of his beef with 50 Cent. And I think artists now saw that, sees that with Drake and just trying to still give Drake his flowers, you know, to say like, no, he's not down and out. He's not down and out. And I understand that. And so like, that's why he's saying like, he's one of the greatest writers in our generation. I disagree with that statement, but you know, I understand what he's trying to do. He's just trying to like uplift the artist that was one of the biggest artists in our generation for the past 15 years, lost the battle. And now he's on the downside, like, and trying to figure things out. Cause we can all obviously see that Drake is trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? And trying to throw something at the wall to see what sticks. Like, because his whole career is made up off of creating hits. So he needs to make a hit to stay relevant. Otherwise, it's gonna look dark for him. So like I see other artists just trying to like uplift Drake because they see like he's at a point in time in his career right now where he's vulnerable. So that's why I think where Bass is coming from. Like, and we always had gatekeepers in hip hop. That's what this is. But the difference is right now is that pop music and hip hop music are synonymous right now. So people are rapping and making pop music, but you're comparing it to what the culture of hip hop is, and it's kind of getting conflated. So that's the issue. So like when you hear when you hear Baz talking to like try to go at what Ebro is saying about Drake, that's what he's defending. Like, yes, there's hip hop culture, and there's a certain subsection of people that love hip hop. A lot of things that are in rap music right now are not hip hop. And so like you still need to gatekeep that and kind of like differentiate the two. And that's what Baz is doing. So that's how I feel about all of this, you know, and I see it on social media all the time. A bunch of Kendrick Drake shit going on, and like that shit is tired. You know, nobody want to hear about that all the time. Two things can be true. You can listen to both of them. Like, so it doesn't matter. This is just music. No one knows any of these people in real life. So like, I don't know why people are taking it so close to heart. You know what I'm saying? Like creating like brigades to where like, if Kendrick do something well, here goes some Drake people shitting on it. Or if Drake do something well or throw out some numbers, here goes some Kendrick people. Like, that's stupid and that's corny. Like, but I think like what Bass talking about is a different thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it was slightly emotional as well, and I don't think he's all the way right, but I understood what he was trying to do. So
I want to respond to a few things you said, and thank you, Gerard, because you broke that down perfectly as you always do, but it is some things in there that like I've personally like struggled with, because I've told you all the time we used to bond over Drake. You know that's my goal. So like it's almost like a chapter of us being able to talk about an artist where it's like, bro, we listen to all these artists on a podcast, and selfishly it's like, bro, we have listened to some shit where it's like, bro, if we ever gonna stop listening to artists, it should be this one. So with the stance that you took on Drake, a part of me feels like, damn, like I know you don't fuck with him the way you did, but to be like, nah, I'm not listening to anything. You broke it down today in a way where I understand it more, but like for that to be your stance on Drake, it's just like, damn, like bro, how do we get to this point? And also knowing the person he has a beef with, like that's your man's 100 grand, so like you have a stance and you enjoy Kendrick. Not to say that it sways how you feel about Drake, but I also understand with you understanding music the way most people don't. And if you feel like he's not pushing himself, which Drew, I know you've said the same thing, I would understand and I respect the fact that you aren't doing what a lot of people are doing, right? Like, I'm a rush and get through this album just to say I don't fuck with it, to say it's ass, to say it's corny.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is another, well, so it's like, I have to take a step back and it's like, okay, well, I don't want you just to listen to some shit just to say or repeat the things that you've already said.
Yeah.
So I actually think that's the most mature thing you could do is be like, no, I'm just not going to listen to it. Because that is going out your way to hate, which is something I do hate more than anything. It's like, bro, you just a hater.
Yeah.
One thing people don't talk about enough with this situation is the fact that a famous Muhammad Ali quote, right? Like, people were buying tickets after a certain point to see Ali lose, essentially. Because he was just winning too much. And I'll expand on that when Drew comes back, but like, I'm glad to be able to have this talk with you because it's like, damn, bro, like, bro, when we got to break down those lyrics in San Francisco when he dropped 4 p.m. Calabasas.
Bro, I still like Drake music. So that's the thing. Like, my whole thing is like the difference between why I still listen to Kendrick and Drake and why I still listen to J. Cole is that I feel like Kendrick and J. Cole are making different types of music because they're growing as individuals, so they're putting that in there into their art. I think that Drake is. From the outside looking in, I don't know if it's true because, like I said, I don't know the man.
Yeah.
The music that he made before, I can tell it was passion. The music that he's making now is work. Like it funds his empire. He's not making music because, oh, let me sit back and take some time to myself. So, oh, let me tell y'all about Drake now. You know what's going on in my life. Like it's a diary. Like I can honestly say when we was listening to Drake before, like it felt like a diary. Like, let me tell y'all what's going on in my life. Now I feel like he's just making music because he has to. I have to make this music because it funds other things that I have going on and other business ventures and stuff like that. And so it starts to sound formulaic. So if you're doing that, like if he's doing that as an artist, then that means I don't need to listen to new stuff. I can go back and listen to the shit I've already loved. Like, I don't need to keep listening to this to like, I guess, like, solidify my fandom. Like, no, like, I see what you're doing right now. I see the play. You have fun with that. I'm glad you're getting wealthy. I'm going to go back and listen to all things before views. It just keep that running. I still shit in my playlist. I play all the time. If it come on, I'm not going to skip a Drake song. Like, I'm going to sing that shit. Because, you know, like, I fucked with Drake, like, for a long time. So, until a certain point in, like, his discography, I can tell that Drake wasn't trying to, like, become a better artist. It was kind of like to stay on par because he's doing other things. And so that's the only reason I'm saying, like, I'm done. Like, and that, like, but like I said, I got a teenage daughter. She's just now, she wasn't listening to Drake in 2009. She wasn't born. Like, so now she's listening to Drake now. So the new shit captivates her. So that's for her. And that's cool. Like, I won't shit on that. Like, and that's what I think social media is doing. It's a bunch of young niggas on there arguing with niggas that's about to be 40 like me. I'm not about to do that, dog. Like, so, yeah. Like, yeah. So, yeah. That's the reason.
You helped me in a way with a few things, honestly. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like, I feel like transparently, like, for one of your best friends to y'all, like, bond over an artist, it's almost, it's not like I'm grieving per se, but it's like a chapter of our friendship, right? Like, we can talk about old Drake and memories and stuff, but it's like, I still wish, selfishly, transparently, like, when Drake dropped, like, you and Drew do all these albums, I want to talk to my mans and be like, bro, like, what'd you think? But at the same time, I'm thinking objectively, like, our lifestyles, like, you're a family man now. Like, the things, just talk, when you mentioned J. Cole and Kendrick, the stuff that they talk about is going to be
relatable to my life now. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And on the other hand, you have me where it's like, bro, I'm not a family man. It's a man and a dog, and a lot of stuff that Drake talks about. It's like I still can connect with, but at the same time, it makes me think about my life. Like, you know, nobody wants to compare their lives to each other's, but it's like, okay, when you get into your 30s, a big part of it is the people around you a lot of times are in relationships, X, Y, and Z. Your family a lot of times wants grandkids and stuff. So it's like, damn, a lot of the stuff I hear Drake talk about as a single man, it's like you constantly feel like you fighting between the old you and the new you and where you should be in life compared to where you are. And it's like, damn, like I still feel like, you know, it's enjoyable. A lot of people was hating on what's the song called?
Nokia
when it dropped. And similarly to what our discussion with to tie it all together, when we were talking about Tyler the Creator's album and Fun, I had to take a step back when Nokia dropped, and it's like, damn, wait a minute, like I understand you took the L to beef. I understand everybody want to hear him talk about, you know, taking the L, but like at the same time, we've gotten so far with listening to music, nobody can identify like, hey, this is a fun song, and it is.
Yeah, but also I think people are over analyzing that. Like, so, like I said, my main grievance with Drake is that it's repetitive. So, like Nokia, I've heard something like that before. What did I miss? We've heard something like that before. So that's the only thing. So like that's literally it. I don't think they're bad songs. They're not bad.
I think What Did I Miss sounds more. When I heard Nokia, I actually did think Nokia. Something about Nokia seemed fresh. It seemed like an artist like trying to do something fun and different. But then you had people that said like they didn't need the 3 beat switches, and it's like,
yeah, I didn't need that either. But that's nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, like we've got to this point where Drake was like, even if he dropped a song that's fun, if another artist was associated to it, we'd enjoy it, and it'd be like, but like with Drake, it's like, so that's why I asked that question with Tyler. It's like, how do we view upper echelon artists with wanting them to push themselves? Because even as a Drake stan, I will say, like, there's nothing in his music that I've heard and it's been like, damn, that's some shit. I'm still waiting to hear about Fatherhood on a level from Drake that I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
But I do know there's no other artist that basically had the whole industry beef with him, and to this day we still don't have a good reason. Yeah. So I can't expect an artist that has more to lose than anybody else to be as transparent as he was when we first all like loved his music. So that's where it's like, bro, I don't like when Drew said like he hasn't had a masterpiece from Drake. I disagree with that, and we both did, I'm pretty sure. But, like, I don't need a masterpiece from him per se. But I did tell you when his last album dropped, like, there's certain things on the next album I want to hear. Yeah. I don't want to hear the whole, like, I can't take an L persona. Like, bro, like, even as the biggest Drake fan, like, there's just a certain level of, like, I want to hear, like, bro, like, what did you actually go through after this beef? Because, like, I can't imagine going everywhere and everybody's laughing at you for being.
But you could tell, like, so that's the thing, like, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. Drake will show you that he's obviously bothered in his shows and stuff like that. I would want you to put it into your art instead of like when you hear something like "What did I miss?" It sounds like victim, like you sound like you're a victim, and it's like, bro, you were one of the biggest artists in the world. Like we saw Jay-Z. He didn't come off as a victim when he lost to Nas. It was like, all right, y'all like what he did. Okay, cool. Let me show y'all who I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want Drake to do the same thing. Like, you can't come off like, oh no, why is everyone treating me like this? When in the last album or when in Scorpion, you was a mob boss. Like, bro, you can't. I don't want to see that from you, bro. Like, I'm not.
I mean, that's a good point.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to see like you can't be a tough guy and then when niggas come at your head and you don't like they get the best of you, you don't stand up and be like, all right, y'all got me, y'all right. It's time to recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see you like rise like a phoenix. I don't want to see you like, what did I miss? Like I gave all you guys these things and y'all stabbed me in my back. So the fuck what? So what? Like, come on, man. Like, nigga, like Get it together. Stand up straight. Put your chin up, nigga. Like that's what I want to see. Like, and that's the type of niggas like I fuck with. Like, I don't that other shit that he be doing. Like, I don't like that. So, like, as a man personally, I don't like that. So, like, I'm definitely not gonna listen to your music because you know, like, we're friends in real life. You know, I would if some shit like that happened to you, I'll pull you to the side. Like, nah, man, come on, like, tighten up. If I was Drake's friend, I would tell him the same thing. Like, so, like, if like that comes across, like, I don't like that, but I'm not gonna go on the internet and constantly say that shit. I've said it already. So when he makes something that I'm like, all right, that's the nigga I want to see, then I'll say it. But until then, if he gonna keep doing this, like, or keep trying like jump on waves, like the shit he did with Central C is trash. That shit is awful. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I haven't heard it. Like, I haven't heard it, but that's the feedback I've heard.
Yeah. Like, it seems like he's like, or him saying, jumping on, going on stage at the UK, like at the Wireless Fest, saying UK rappers are better than US rappers. Like, come on, man. Like, it seems like you're grasping for something. Like, this seems desperate. I think you're better than that. I don't know you, but in my mind, from the nigga I know from '09, you're better than this. So stop doing that. Like, so that's like.
Your response is very similar to what I heard Jermaine Dupri state he wanted from Drake and what his approach would be post beef. He said he wouldn't, and I'm conflicted on this because on one, like, this beef has been brewing, and I told y'all when the songs ended and we was like, oh, okay, like, it's over. I'm like, actually, guys, I don't think it's over because this has been going for a while. But more so, he said he would take the approach that he would just make as many hits as he could, kind of similar to what you said. It's like, okay, I'm not going to take, and I do see and I do acknowledge the victim mentality of Drake. And so I understood your point with that, and I don't necessarily disagree, but that's where things get conflicted. Because during the beef, you had told me, Gerard, like, you would have just focused on Kendrick. You wouldn't have spoke to the ASAP Rockies and blah, blah, blah. But in my opinion, and being a huge anime fan and, you know, all that stuff, like, nah, if you gonna step in here, like, anybody that think they work, y'all all can take, like, these L's.
Yeah.
But my thing with Drake is he's putting everything together, like you said, was what I missed. It's like, when it pertains to Kendrick, the victim mentality, that's not going to work, and it's not accurate. But when you spin it and look at Future, ASAP Rocky, Rick Ross, it's like, when I hear What Did I Miss, I'm not associating that to Kendrick. They shit is their own thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I do think he's very valid, and I don't see it as a victim mentality, but okay, French Montana, Rick Ross said y'all beef because of what happened between y'all. But I'm seeing now French Montana and Drake linking up, cool. And it's like, well, Rick Ross, the shit you said you stepped up for, like, it's not that. So we still don't know the reason, and a lot of y'all niggas did switch up. Like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, he gave y'all hits. He probably assumed y'all was cooler than what y'all actually was.
Right.
And when it came time to reach out to people for that loyalty, a lot of these niggas I'm getting hits to for free switch up.
So as a man, that's his fault, you know, because everybody not your friend. So if you operating like that and pouring feelings into stuff like that, you kind of got to see that ahead of time. Like, and everything is transactional. So just because you gave these people something, you also got something in return. So, like, that transaction is done. So there's no.
If you're Drake, is it really fit? Like, if you giving out these features for free when you could have charged them, but we have on record all these artists saying, no, he did that just for the love. Like,
if it's for me, like I said, a lot of it is personal. Like, we can disagree, but if I give you something and it's just out of the kindness of my heart, I'm not expecting anything back from you, right? If later on down the line and I tell you, like, damn, I did this for you, the least you could do, then I should have charged you then. Like, if I'm gonna rub that in your face, I should have charged you.
Loyalty though, like,
no, because no. If I'm doing something out of the kindness of my heart, it's for me. It's not for you. Like, so, like, as long as I still treat you well or whatever the case may be, what I'm hearing from other accounts is that he's not a good person to them. So regardless of what you did for me, you still can't treat me any kind of way just because you did something for me. So, like, that's what I'm hearing. So, like, that's where I feel like I think his britches got a little too big for him, and he started little broing people, and that's the issue that he had with some people.
I can see that. I think honestly, objectively speaking, when it comes to Drake, I do think and you mentioned things as a man. I do think there's things he's done that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But honestly, I do think there is a naiveness to Drake where like
Oh yeah,
you just
100%.
think. I
Yeah.
do think honestly, I think he is genuinely like when you get down to it, a good person. I do
Yeah.
think he thought that doing good things for other people meant when shit hit the fan, like these people were going to be more loyal than
Yeah.
they were. And I do think they had the approach you say where it's like, nah, nigga, like you just gave me a feature and I
Right.
appreciate it, but like I don't know, man. So that's where I'm conflicted. Like when it comes to what did I miss, I do think, and again, I think a lot of these niggas is fake. Just to be
Yeah.
honest, like we see these
100%.
niggas going to jail
Yeah.
and be in the same groups, and so like I think when you're a genuine person navigating some of these waters, but then at the same time, like you said, if you own tracks and you mocking, the people at the head of the label, you mocking certain artists,
Yeah.
like when your picture has become, I'm this nigga that can't miss, I'm the hit maker, like I've been on top for X amount of, so that's kind of what I'm explaining. There's the factors of a lot of things, but
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna sit here and act like, nah, damn, what happened to Drake is fucked up and he didn't deserve none of it. Like, of course he probably deserved for
Yeah.
sure some of it, but it's
But
like,
yeah, and to your point, a lot of these niggas is bitches. So like,
and that's the
so
thing, like,
it's a couple niggas that jumped in that was like, nah, I don't understand. Like, not so it's different. Weekend really don't fuck with Drake. Rocky, you said something against Rihanna.
yeah.
Metro, there was something that happened to him that Drake did something dirty. I heard
I'm thinking
something.
of guys like YG, like to see
So
you hear,
so YG, this is Drake's fault as well too, because like a lot of things is like he got to read the room a little better. Like you can't. California is a much different world than everywhere else. YG is really from Compton. He's really gang related. You can't say my nigga YG really bang a set and talking about Kendrick. That's dangerous for YG. Cause them niggas like from Kendrick's people is gonna come see him in real life and saying, like, yo, like you talking to this goofy, like that's why YG was like, yo, you can't be putting my name in no rap shit. If you want to talk to me about something, just pick up the phone. Like you saying that shit makes life dangerous out here. You sending money to niggas in California to touch somebody from Kendrick family is dangerous. Like you can't do no shit like that. Like so that's why YG he didn't say anything. Like he just like stay put. Like yo, I ain't got nothing to do with this. That's y'all shit. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I do agree with you. Like there is some naivete from Drake where he's like doing a bunch of shit that in different cultures don't connect. You know, it might be some shit you do in Toronto or maybe even in Memphis with his daddy and them. That's not shit you doing in California. You know what I'm
and
saying? Like,
I mean, that's a good point, and
yeah.
that's why
So,
this talk is doing a lot for me because
so
it's
yeah,
like,
but
damn, bro, like I understood how we got to this point, but like, no,
and
there's
I
just a
don't know
lot
if
of
you even notice, even Game still is friends with Drake, but he don't say much because
I
like
do
it's
notice that.
different. Yeah, like you can't do
Yeah,
that. Like you can't do that. Like I know a lot of people don't understand that. Like for Drake and Kendrick, that beef is real. They really don't fuck with each other, so it can become violent. So we seen what happened with our late greats with Tupac and Biggie. A lot of this shit is not just the two individuals; it's the people around them. So like, you
100%.
can't just really just be doing any fucking thing just because you got some money. Someone around you is gonna get hurt, and it might be somebody close to you. So they have to like YG and Game have to move a little different, and maybe for Drake, like he like I wish I would have been more vocal, and they're like, hey, we live here. Like we can't do that
Yeah,
much. Just know we cool. You know what I'm saying?
and that
But
makes sense, bro. But
yeah.
like, I'm not gonna. I look at Rick Ross differently after this
Yeah,
happened. Like,
Ross is a sucker. I don't like, I don't.
and I actually genuinely respected Ross, but it's not even fully the Drake thing. It's just like, bro, like who within like the community is actually real? Like,
Yeah,
but then you hear these stories from unbiased parties, and that's to get back to that. Like,
yeah,
ass don't have to be like show love to Drake. I like
yeah,
he just was an objective person who finally was like, because you keep hearing this narrative like, oh, like even Drake he fucked Wayne excellence. Like
yeah,
we don't really know these things, but like everybody's moving as if when it comes to Drake it's facts, but like everybody else has like this,
yeah.
I don't know, I guess benefit of the doubt, and it's like, bro, nobody's factoring in the fact of what Jay-Z said and what was it, fan like
Oh
no.
yeah.
Like, here's how they gonna come at you.
Pound
Like
cake,
when you
pound
at the
cake.
pound cake,
Yeah,
like bro, like we seeing it play out. Like niggas, nobody has said, and I would respect so much if somebody was like, honestly, I'm just a hater. Like, I really don't fuck with him. Never really did. Like, I would respect that more than you see what he did to my man's French Montana. It's like, wait, we didn't. What'd he do?
Right.
Still don't know. What'd he do? Like, so I just think a lot of people is fake about it, but to know.
Yeah, even French don't talk
explain,
about it. Like, French was in an interview. Somebody asked him about Drake and Ross, and he walked out of the interview.
Out.
Like, I don't know, but Ross is different because Ross is a troll. He want to be seen. So I just don't.
And that's the thing, like, bro, you entered the beef because you wanted your name out there, like.
Yeah.
But so I feel better about it, and Drew, welcome back. We basically just been having a discussion of all things Drake and understanding Gerard's current viewpoint and me explaining, like, I think a lot of this has to do with a lot of people being fake and not just owning that. Or there's a famous quote where Ali like mentioned, like, at a certain point he was winning so much, people were buying his tickets just to see him lose, like. Nobody speaks to that, and I feel like that's one of the biggest things. But no, I feel a lot better just knowing, one, you know, why my boy feels the way he does. Because, like, kind of with Drew, when Bones had mentioned liking Tyler the Creator, and you felt the way because it's like, wait a minute, like, we've always looked at music the same. So for me, you know, one of my best moments would. You said what, Drew?
I said I was flabbergasted.
It's still up, Drew. Damn.
But no, like one of my best moments with Gerard, I've said time and time again, where he was in San Francisco. Drake had just dropped 4 p.m. in Calabasas, and he broke down damn near like an instructor. Like, all right, when he says this is what this means, bro. It's a beautiful moment. I know he rocked my guy for a while, so like to know he has this stance now, it's like, damn, like, okay. But I fully understand it now, and I feel better about it. And it's like, I appreciate being able to have these candid discussions because nobody wants to talk about some of these things.
It can
like,
happen to any artist, though.
Discussions.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it can. Like, 100%. And I feel like if he wasn't as successful as he was and skilled with making music, like, I think the Ja Rule comparison was excellent. Gerard, like, people don't understand. A lot of people wouldn't survive having a career post beef like this if they weren't this type of artist. Like,
right.
The career could easily be done. I feel like people take that kind of, I don't know, for granted. So it's like, damn, why you still talking about the beef in this song? Like, bro, the motherfucker's career could have been over. Like,
no, I feel you, but I feel like the best way about this is to be like Jay-Z. Yeah, take your shots, but act like that shit don't exist. Like, I think he's putting too much emphasis into this shit. Like, bro, just like make music. Like, Jay was still taking shots at Nas. He was still taking shots at Nas. He was not letting Nas get off scot free. But he also was moving on. Like, I need Drake to move on. It's gonna be it's a year now. Like, so going on to year 2, like, we should be done talking about this. Like, it should be like one of the greatest battles in hip hop history. Yes, sure. But Drake is still, if he is who we say he is, he should be able to like patch up and move on. That's it. You know, so
okay. I love that discussion. Gerard, you don't know this, but like that discussion for me personally, like I'm like, damn, like I don't want to come on a podcast and talk about this because like I really don't want to be redundant with my bros, but I really want to talk about it. Like, what?
It's been a lot of shit on social media, so I'm surprised it took you this long to say something about it. Like, so.
Well, it's just because social media, you realize, isn't a real thing. Like you said, like I take a step back and it's like, I don't know Drake personally. Like, we don't know, like you said, none of these motherfuckers. So
right.
I really feel a way. Like, why is this shit making me so passionate? But at the same time, it's like, half the people you talk to on social media, you can't even have like real discussions where it's like, I'll let you go and I'll say, oh, this was a good point, but I don't know about like, people don't even debate no more. Like, everything on social media got to be, nah, motherfucker, he's trash. And if you think he good, like, you trash too. Like,
yeah.
Like, bro,
then at the end of it is suck my dick, bitches. Like,
right,
wait,
like literally, like nobody can debate, and then y'all stand up, shake hands, and go your separate ways. So it's like, a lot of times I don't even like engage on social media, and I really do want to have discourse, but it's like, bro, nobody even go about it the right way no more. So
that's my greatest weakness, B. I'll still open up Facebook comment sections on anything. Like, I love those ones. Remove one from the situation, or I get a gauge when an album comes out to see how people are feeling about an album. But like, once in a while, I'll chime in to like a comment or a thread that's going, and someone's response I'll be like, "This album's great," for example, and someone will be like, "It's not." I'm like, "All right, why don't you think?" And they'll just be like, "Because it's not." I'm like, "Well, we're not really talking here, are we?"
That's the thing. Like, oh, this shit is trash. What didn't you like about it? Everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice talking.
Right.
Kendrick sucks since Good Kid, Mad City. I'm like, what are we talking about right here?
Yeah.
Like,
bro, it's very frustrating, and it's like, you hear people say, "Oh, the media." Going back to the Clips album, like, one thing that was cool was seeing them engaging with the media and want to see, or even acknowledging, like, the point or the part that the media plays in all of this. Like, even in sports, we keep saying, "Oh, they in the media, they don't mean shit." Like, you may not agree with what they have to say, and there are some people better than others, but, like, at the same time, no, they matter. Like, we do need people writing certain articles on certain songs. Like, all of these things do matter, but, like, I don't know, like, social media just twisted things. Like, even with sports, it's almost become drama. Musically, everything gravitates towards drama, and it's like, bro, somebody like, Freddie Gibbs can drop Alfredo too, and it's like, I ain't really been seeing, people have discourse about liking it, enjoying it. It's like, man, like, I just like to see things get better, and I want to play a part in it, but, like, how do you do that? So I guess that's essentially what this conversation has been about. Speaking of, I mean, Freddie Gibbs, The Alchemist, for Alfredo 2, have you guys listened to it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I mean, let's get into it. I'm curious to know, and we have mentioned when we reviewed the clips, like, damn, it's going to be hard for anybody to, compete with this. But honestly, listening to it now, I think 3 or 4 times, I'm blown away by this album. Like,
Oh, yeah.
and now we had a conversation in the past about his discography and how it stacks, or if it's top 5 to others. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I heard Alfredo, and that was kind of the first Freddie Gibbs project I really tapped into. I came away more impressed with Alfredo 2 than I was when I listened to the original Alfredo, and now it makes me want to go back and listen to even more of his stuff and just be like, who is Freddie Gibbs as a whole, as an artist? Like, I'm not going to sit here and claim I know about more of his work than I do, but, like, man, there's so many songs I, like, just was listening to the wordplay on this album, like, the production, the beats, like, the samples. I did have one question for y'all I wanted to start with. Is it possible to criticize a song for having too beautiful of a sample? And I actually go on to explain that, because the intro of 1995, the song, is a beautiful soul sample. Y'all know me. I'm a sucker. And y'all know it's something I appreciate and love. But at times, listening to that song, I did feel like Freddie was almost competing with the sample when it came to the volume. Like, I damn near was listening to the beat more.
His vocals should have been higher. Yeah.
His vocals should be high. So it's like, damn, like, and again, it's not even really a criticism, but it's like, I did come away like, damn, I'm listening to the beat more than I can actually even hear him in the vocals. But the sample was amazing. So, like, it's a great problem to have, but that was one thing I did, and it's nitpicky for sure. But I like the song overall. It's something I thought about and wanted to ask my senseis. So I guess I'll let y'all speak to that first, just from that song, 1995.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, it's incredible. But Alchemist is great. So
Exactly.
like,
That's
not really
credit
surprised,
to him
so.
and the amount of hard work he's been putting in. Honestly, over the last 5 years, he's been on a really huge roll. Like, he's a legend, no doubt, like, hands down, but he's just been on an immaculate run lately, and I think it really shows throughout this whole project.
100%.
Drew, who was it? Was it Alchemist that you say you thought was the best producer out right now? Or was it Hip? Who was the
Conductor?
You made a Conductor. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Alchemist, but listening to this
he's
album,
right there with
I'm
him.
like, bro, like, I just. So let's see. I'm pulling up the actual album now. Go through it. So it starts off again, 1995, but then you get Lemon Pepper Steppers, and it's like, bro, like,
That shit's fire.
I mean, like, I don't even know what this shit was amazing. Like, I just was blown away. I really don't have anything negative to say about that. Like,
That might be my favorite track.
What, lemon pepper steppers?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That shit's fire.
Enchiladas is my favorite. Enchiladas
Anderson
is-
.Paak doesn't miss. That's the other
Bro,
one.
it depending on the day, literally I rotate between lemon pepper steppers, enchilada, and empanadas.
Empanadas,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
Listen. Lemon pepper steppers, enchilada, empanadas, and skinny shug, bro.
come on. It's just the album altogether is, let's see,
Shangri-La and
14
Goldfeet are
songs.
my favorites too.
Oh yeah, those
bro,
are fire.
14 songs, 48 minutes, and the entire time how we talk about albums you listen to and it's like, damn, when is it gonna be over? This ain't one of them. This is one of what you look at and you like, damn, I'm already on track 12. Damn, it's only 14. Like, I don't want it to stop is the feeling I had. Like, bro, amazing album. Like, we keep talking about locking in with a producer. Like, bro, the proof is in the pudding. You can tell Alchemist knows how to get the most out of Freddie Gibbs. You can tell Freddie Gibbs trusts the Alchemist to give him a beat where he can do his best on. Like, bro, just perfection, honestly. And like you said, Drew, Anderson .Paak doesn't miss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for another Anderson .Paak album. I don't know if he's dropped anything since Silk Sonic.
I don't think
album?
so. Just a bunch of singles he's hopped on.
Bro, it's
With
time.
features
I think-
and
no,
he
featured
put out
on-
that No Worries.
the
That's
No
right.
Worries. Yep,
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, I don't think I've listened to that. But I know every time I hear him on a feature, whether it's Corday, whether it's, I'm trying to think of what other recent feature I heard him on, but bro, like, he just adds an element to a song. Enchiladas is beautiful. Like, Empanadas, same thing. Skinny Suge, like, I don't know if there's one song on this album that I could say I could have gone without. Honestly, I added every song on the album. Even I Still Love Her, I really like that song.
Me too.
I think he did really good with Larry June on Feeling. Like, bro, I don't have anything bad to say. Like,
No,
I'm just
It's
blown
a really
away.
good album.
And I keep comparing it to, I mentioned, I don't know if anybody will be able to remove the clip from the #1 spot. I'd be lying to y'all if I was saying going back and forth. I feel like there's something about doing this by yourself where it almost makes me like think of how I should rate that album towards the clips. Not to take anything away from the clips, but I think part of the beauty of that album is the fact that you had two guys that was almost like sparring. Where Freddie Gibbs, you have him by himself, and it's like, I know those are my top two for sure, but I know the rest of, as time goes on, I'm damn near going to have to listen to the clips more to see, okay, how does that move me like the way Alfredo 2 did? But I think, again, it says something when you stand on your own 2 feet, and it's no skippable song. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I
still have the clips as one, but Alfredo 2 is definitely number 2. And the only reason why is that because production is phenomenal for both albums, the rapping is phenomenal for both albums. I think the Clips album went a little more in depth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
I
you
can agree
know,
with
Freddie's album don't have a Birds Don't Sing. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he don't have a All Things Considered verse like Pusha T had it. But you know, he has a little bit of vulnerability, and I Still Love Her. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, Freddie gonna talk his shit. Freddie is an incredible rapper. We've been saying this for years. Like, so there's nothing you can take away from him, like bar for bar. Like, he's an incredible rapper. But so is Malice and Push. You know what I'm saying? So like, if it's like on a rating scale, and I gave the Clips a 9.9, Freddie was like a 9.8. It's not big of a difference, but you know, like I still got the Clips got, you know, the lead a little bit. So
I still have Ray Vaughn up there for this year. That album.
yeah, Ray Vaughn's album is incredible too. Yeah. So
B, I sent you an album in our group chat of Freddie. It's him and Madlib's Bandana album. That's still my favorite Freddie album. That shit's phenomenal.
Thank you, by the way. I can't wait to check that out. I was actually looking up. You had mentioned that Freddie Gibbs still gonna talk his shit.
yeah.
And the line where first class version Atlantic, stewardess titties plastic, I'm still gonna squeeze academics titties, that fat bastard. Like, bro, like, bro, when we get to those, like, damn,
Then the next line he said, "Gunna talking shit about me. He a rat bastard." Like,
that
oh my
was
God,
literally
damn.
like my next sentence, like, bro, like, and that's again when we get into like all the politics, like, bro, it's a lot of motherfuckers that don't like each other in this industry. So one thing I always like about Freddie Gibbs, you gonna always know where you stand. he ain't gonna do the sneak diss, and he gonna name drop you, and he gonna let you know exactly how he feel.
I just got
love
one
it.
thing to nitpick. So he said something about Currency, right? And I
Yeah.
seen a bunch of people on the internet up in arms. It was like, Currency's so chill. Why you got an issue with Currency, bro? Just because a nigga chill don't mean he cannot be disliked. Like what? Like I can still not like you. I don't care how cool you are. Right? Like what the fuck? like
It's over the weirdest shit too. It's over him not promoting an album of theirs from like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, from a while
that's
ago.
Such a weird
Yeah.
thing to bring up now.
Hey, it is, but
He
at the
said-
same time, like you said, like every people online that act like people aren't slanderable, and it's like, bro, that got shit that like that makes sense. But Drew, I actually didn't know that was what the beef was over.
Yeah, it's
look
over
it
the
up,
Fetty
right?
album. It's over
Yeah.
the Fetty album.
That
Like,
nobody
bro,
listened
that album
to,
came
let's be
out,
honest.
Yeah, that album came out years ago, bro. Like,
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. But no, I want to hear more of y'all thoughts on the album. Dry, you explain why you got the Clips album above it. Drew, I'm curious what you think. How you? Again, I know I went on the rant about not comparing, but like,
It's a great album, don't get me wrong. I still put Clips above just because it flows a little better than this does. Like this is Alchemist production, so I know what I'm getting. You're just getting the beat. It's not gonna switch up. It's not gonna be crazy and outlandish and have a bunch of little like sound bites like Pharrell did with Let God Sort Him Out. But it's really good. Like I said, Alchemist this might be some of his best work in the past couple of years, and he's put out some really good projects, but I still like Alfredo 1 just a tad more than this. And I don't know it's because maybe I've heard it a few more times than this, or maybe this is just too fresh. Maybe I'm a little Freddie Gibbs, like maybe I've heard too much, but I'm not taking anything away from it. I think it's phenomenal. I just need to let it sit a little while, you know?
yeah, no, I like that, man.
It's fired. Like, all the songs are pretty much perfect on here.
You got me one. I actually need to go back. I'm gonna listen to Alfredo 1, and then I'll listen to Alfredo 2, and then make another opinion. No, I plan to listen to this album a lot more, but so far I'm really blown away. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like it speaks to. I'm not gonna lie. Since listening to the Clips album, I feel like overall as a person, I've wanted to expand my vocabulary. And I'm gonna just be super honest. Like, I feel like in life, like I was still just using the same words. I'm
That's a
like,
good
you know
thing.
what? This album has shown me like it's okay to expand your knowledge. It's okay to continue to look into investing. Like, we got too accustomed, like I said, with the TikToks and the trendy songs. Like, what can capture attention? It's like, no, like it's okay to listen to an album and be like, nah, I gotta really like lock the fuck in. Like, this ain't an album I can look to or do something else. Like, no, I gotta listen to it a certain way. I have to, if I don't know a word, let me actually Google the shit so I can educate myself versus being like, nah, that ain't for me. Like, nah, it's got, like, nah, it's okay. I can tap into that too. So that's kind of been my takeaway. So I appreciate that from the Clips because, like, you have to be intelligent to fully understand a lot of their bars. So I appreciate
sure.
that. Let me see. So we got, I think I mentioned already Feeling with Larry June, but I thought that was a very nice feature.
Yeah.
I think Larry June is also another person who's just perfected his craft. Like, he knows his lane, does it very well, and sticks to it. So, like, I appreciate that. Jid on the album. Cannot wait to hear Jid's upcoming album. Like, just amazing. I actually really like the song Jean Claude too, and it kind of reminded me, like, we kind of forget it now, but once upon a time, like, Jean Claude Van Damme was one of the biggest names out there.
Yes.
So now the fact that we don't really hear his name or see him much is like, that's a good reference. And then 1,000 Mountains, I thought was just a really good song to close out.
That's a great
So,
way to close the album. Yep.
no, I got a really high, like, the fact that I'm even comparing it to, again, the Clips, like, I definitely see it being in my top 3, but we have a long way to go. But now I'm getting excited, Drew. Whenever an album comes out, it's like, all right, I'm almost slowly putting like my list in order, but we still have so much more music to listen to. But no, this instantly, I'm like, bro, this is excellent. Like, this is what we asked for. People that care, take the time, lock in with a producer, and like, there's no song I listened to and was like, nah, that really ain't need to be on here. So.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm very impressed. I love the album.
Yes.
Anything else y'all want to add to it or mention before we get into any other projects we listened to?
Nah.
Nuh-uh.
You got anything, Drew?
No, I'm good. That's all I've listened to. Just those two.
I also forgot to mention when it comes to gas station sushi, I thought that y'all would love that song because of the pure bars. I knew that y'all would love that song actually, so that was the only other thing I had
do
in my
have a little
notes.
something. I forgot. I said after the release of Alfredo 2, Will Smith is officially out of my top 10 for the year.
Damn, I was hoping to see Big Willie on the list at the end of the year, but hey,
There's still
I
that
still
end
remain
of the
hopeful
year
that he'll be on
wrap-up.
honorable mention.
It was early, so
I still look forward to him being on the honorable mentions, Drew. You got
hey,
to
he lasted until August, Drew.
Man,
like so,
that's a good run.
like,
That's a hell of a
But
run.
that's really good for Will Smith. Like you,
Right.
like that's solid.
that's solid.
I was trying to hold on, but I couldn't.
That's actually so funny. That's funny as fuck. I actually did listen to Metro Boomin present.
Oh yeah, talk to me.
I
Talk to
haven't
me.
listened to it yet.
Talk to me.
Hosted by DJ Spins. Gerard, I definitely would talk to you. Listen to it in full. Definitely was nostalgic at times. But I did have that it had quite a bit of fat. I mentioned artists kind of like Lil Yachty. There's a few artists that tried to almost imitate Future, I felt like. And it just wasn't resonating the way that Future can. Like, it was a lot going on. 24 songs, hour and 19 minutes. My ultimate takeaway was it was definitely fun at times. Reminder of the fun mixtape days we used to talk about back in the day. He had Roscoe Dash. He had lots of young Dro. I know
Dro was getting busy. Dro
did
busy.
his thing.
Dro-
So that was probably one of my biggest, I guess, critiques. I feel like if he just would have did something with Young Dro based on how many
it would've
songs
been
he
incredible.
had,
Yeah.
bro, like that's really what we could have taken from this mixtape. Who else was on there? Dude from A9, what's his name?
Young LA.
You said Roscoe.
Young LA was on there. Yep. So again, a lot of people from those old mixtape days, fun songs,
Damn,
and
he
there's
was
some
still
slaps
around.
on there for sure. But some of the people on it and some of those songs I literally had to skip. Like it was the singing, the annoying singing that you hate, Drew. Like there's definitely some of that on that mixtape.
He had Travis Porter on there. What do he have?
And that's another
Waka
thing, bro.
was on there.
Waka had a few songs. He did.
Yeah.
But there's songs on it, bro. He don't have some of these artists like labeled on the songs. You just got to try to remember
mine's
who it
labeled
is.
now. Mine's is labeled now.
Okay.
The artist is on there.
Bro, I'm starting to really hate that about album. Like, if you drop in a project, like, I want to know and I want that artist to get credit at the time.
Yeah.
But as of right now, this is still how mine look like.
See if you can like refresh it, like download it and re-download it again, and if the names pop up. Cause mine's, I don't know what happened, but on Tidal the names is on there. Cause it wasn't on there at first. So.
See, it's on there now. Okay. Thank you. So maybe I don't know, maybe it's a first day release kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to these songs. I'm like, I feel like this is who it is, but I'm not sure. And it reminded me of what Travis Scott does with like not listening to artists. But I think I added, because I just downloaded, so it removed all the songs that I did add. I'm pretty sure I put They Want to Have Fun. What else? I don't think I added Take Me Through there. Young Dro has at least like 5 songs on this damn album, bro. Like,
Yeah. Dro,
Make It Make Sense. I'm pretty sure. So that was Rocco, actually.
Yeah,
Young Thug is on
Rocco was on there. Yeah.
Little Baby's on. So like, it has all the features you want. It had Future on there, which I was surprised he wasn't on there more, considering how many people sound like they was trying to imitate him on songs. But it was nice to hear Waka rapping again.
Yeah.
With the classic beats, but no, it's a bit too much fat for me. And there's a lot of artists on here I wouldn't have had. But I mean,
I appreciated it because I don't know if anybody noticed, but Metro Boomin went to Morehouse for college. And so when he was in college, that's when he immersed himself in the Atlanta music scene, and that's when he was with Future and all of them. So it sounded to me like 2012, like when we would go to the parties and to the club. This is the music like this. So it was super nostalgic, and it sounds like Atlanta. So like, if you a person that did not fuck with Atlanta music, you're not gonna like this album because this is Atlanta through and through. And I fucked with it. I'm like, yo, this is what I like. Now I will agree with you. 24 tracks is insane. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Remember what I mentioned with Freddie Gibbs, like not wanting to be done?
No.
Nah, with over an hour, 24 tracks, I definitely was.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got from Metro. I don't know why the fuck you did that. Please don't ever do that again. You could have made a concise 12-track thing with all your favorite artists, like, and pick the best songs. Cause like B said, it's a lot of fat. A lot of these songs didn't need to be on there. I understand you trying to like bring a couple of people like J Money when Young LA was like, I be with J Money serving everybody. J Money was on there a couple times. J Money probably needed one track. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't need 3. You know what I'm saying? And I know these are a lot of your people that you like went through the trenches with, and you just trying to put Atlanta music back on, which is dope. I think that's fire. JD is doing the same thing.
And I think it speaks to the geographical music you said coming back when you was excited about Kendrick. So I can see liking that.
Yes, and I fucked with that. I like that. So like I know a lot of people didn't love it initially because it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with everybody. But the high points are high. Like I said, Young Dro was the star of this mixtape. He smoked every track that he was on. Every track that he was on. It was good to hear from Waka. It was good to hear Quavo. It was good to hear Rocco. I ain't heard Rocco in a long time, so it was good to hear Rocco. Like a lot of this stuff, like the high points were very high. The low points just dragged this shit out. But I appreciated it for like it was super nostalgic for me, so I fucked with it. So.
No, it was a lot, like you said, the songs we heard during college, getting twerked on. I mean, it was definitely that type of energy.
Yes.
But, like you said, 24 tracks, bro, as a person that loved Gucci Waka as much as I did back in high school, even I, like, it was just too much. But I would love to hear a Young Dro project. Like, again,
Dro needs to lock in. Dro needs to lock in with Metro and say, let's do something, bro. Because Drew,
I think you'll love it. I literally think, like, when you hear some of... Because you always liked Young Dro a lot more than most people did. Like, you respected stuff that wasn't, like, the popular ad-libs. Like, you like, bro, he got bars. Like, he actually can rap. So I always remember that about you, Drew. But, like, bro, when you hear him now, it's like, one, he hasn't aged, like... Vocally, he's still everything he was back then. Like, breath control, which y'all have educated me on. Like, bro, it was no point. It's certain tempos that he could match. Like, I don't think anybody else on that project could have been on as many songs as he was.
Clearing away the MVP, bro. Like,
I can't.
But we've always said, Drew, and I've been with Drew. We've always said, like, as far as rappers in Atlanta, Dro was probably the most talented rapper in Atlanta. He just was. He would not get out of his own way. Like, so, and now he's got a fresh opportunity to really put that stamp in. Like, even T.I. used to say before T.I. started rapping, he was like, Dro was rapping before me. Like, Dro was always the rapper while I was outside, and he would tell me, like, come on, like, let's get this shit together. So to hear Dro like on a Metro beat and stuff like that, bro, he sounds amazing. Like, and I would like to hear something from him. But yeah,
honestly, it seems like the time has arrived for him to get his true flowers. In a way, we see older artists dropping music and projects. Like, again, if he locked in one producer, was like, hey, I want to put something out. It don't have to be a classic. It don't have to be X, Y, and Z. But like, I think he could put out something that'd be top 10 at least for the year.
I do too.
Based on what I heard, like, it just seems destined. And thinking of him, he was rapping. What song was that? It was like a viral moment, but essentially,
yeah.
I think it was Shoulder Lean.
Yeah, it was Shoulder
Lean.
And the girl in the car next to him was rapping the verses better than him. Like, he was like, dog, she know all the words. Like, it was like,
he deserves that though. Like, when I say, like, it seems like he's destined for that moment. Like, you see him able to get his flowers in live time, but again, like you say, he's talked about, his recovery and going through certain things. It just seems like if he puts out an album now, based on what I heard in this project, bro, it do numbers. So I'm hopefully looking forward to that. But that was all that I listened to since we last recorded. Drew, I think you said that was all that you listened to. Gerard, did you listen to anything else?
That was all that I listened to.
Okay. Well, let's get into what we've watched. I've watched quite a bit since we last recorded. One being Happy Gilmore 2. Either of y'all see that?
Yeah.
No.
So I'll wait because you haven't seen it, Gerard. But I'm curious. You know how I've been talking about how people view music a certain way, but like, also seems like that definitely happens with movies too. Like, I've seen some people say this is the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
not
it was.
the worst movie ever.
It's not the worst movie ever. Also, I think whenever you put out a sequel, like there's gonna be
25
additional
years
pressure.
later. Like, that's
Yeah,
it.
and
Yeah.
it's like you said, 25 years later. So I won't get into details too much, but like one thing I think he did that was very beautiful is he really honored a lot of people that were in the original that's no longer here, like in general living. So he gave them time. He just even if they had small parts in the movie, like he made sure to give everybody their flowers. And I came away from the movie just impressed with Adam Sandler as a person because, bro, when you think about it, he's been with the same group, all his people. He done secured bags for hella people to do the same roles in all his movie. Like, bro, that's what I think of when I think of Ghost. Like, putting your team on, getting your team paid. He damn near like the movie version of Jay-Z, bro. Like, all his people, he done made millions. Out of everybody's like, bro, that's really, if you blessed with opportunity to be able to bring up other people up with you, I respect that more than anything. So,
Yeah.
but again, I don't think anybody's going to watch this movie and come away with like their life being changed.
No, yeah.
But like, again, I didn't need that from this film.
To me, it's
Go ahead,
just,
Drew.
without trying to ruin it for Gerard, it's just like a big cameo fest. And it's cool to a point to see, like, oh, who's going to be next in the scene, but it doesn't really drive the story at all as far as what's, like, I feel the story really lacked in this movie. In the comedy, I will say it's great to see a comedy movie again. Like, as far as how funny it is, though, it's not that funny. Like,
So,
it's got
I agree
moments.
with there's parts of it.
Yeah.
I was very scared to watch the movie. I'll start with that.
I was too.
But I will say there was a few moments where I genuinely found myself laughing in a way where I didn't expect to.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, Drew, the story,
What
it
story?
felt like the story
Yeah.
was like the thing that they at the end was like, wait,
Yeah.
what's the Like what's the story gonna
It's
be?
like Beetlejuice 2 almost.
okay,
Like,
well-
what's the story?
Yep. But no, there's a lot of cameos. I will say because it was announced before the movie dropped, but I did Bad Bunny. Honestly, I came away like
He was the best part of the movie.
Drew. Like
Yeah.
I really, if
He
he
was
was to be
hilarious.
like, you know what, I want to be a movie star. I came away from that movie like, bro, he could do it 100%.
Oh, for sure.
Like
For sure.
he made it look natural. He was genuinely funny. Like he did a great job. That was one of the best cameos, if not the best,
Oh, yeah.
in the movie.
He wasn't even a cameo, though. He was a main role in that movie.
And that's the thing. Like I didn't know if he qualified as a cameo,
Yeah.
but like because he did have a prompt, but like it's Bad Bunny, so
Yeah.
obviously we know like he didn't have to necessarily like try out per se. Like he just
I was shocked, too, with all, like, the actual PGA golfers, like, how much of a role they actually had for even, I mean, it was what, like, Scotty, Rory, Bryson.
they made some digs at like both
Yeah,
leagues. Like
I was
PGA and
shocked. I was shocked that they had like those big a name of guys in the movie, but
The
I
budget
feel
was
like
high.
I feel like they all grew up watching Happy Gilmore, so it makes
Yeah.
sense they'd want to be a part of it. It makes sense, but the one thing I loved is how many shots they took at the Live Tour in it, and that's pretty much like what the movie's about. Do you know what the Live Tour
Bro,
is? B?
like
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
like,
Blatant shots.
it was crazy. Like
Blatant
and by the way, I
shots.
think he had the old heads from
Yeah.
golf in the movie too. I'm pretty
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't
Jack Nicklaus was in
Jack
it.
wasn't Jack Nicholson in the movie?
Jack Nicklaus is his name. Yeah.
You keep cutting out with the
Oh,
last name,
yeah,
Drew.
Jack Nicklaus is his name.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
so. I was surprised to see them because I'm like, how do you even pitch to Jack Nicholson like, hey, I want you to be in this movie?
John
Like,
Daly too.
and he
like-
was actually kind of funny.
Yeah. John Daly is his I don't even know how he's like a neighbor drunk in the movie, which is
Roommate?
funny. Yeah, roommate, you could say. Yeah. That was funny. But like it's just a
No,
giant
actually,
cameo fest.
when Gerard, if you watch it, yeah, I actually look forward to seeing like what you would think of the movie. But
Yeah,
seeing
I planned
that-
on watching it, but I ain't watched no movie.
Bro, speaking of
nothing this week. So
Speaking of cameos, I didn't realize that was Reggie Bush too in the on the other team.
I did a double take at first. I'm like, wait, that's not. And then I confirmed.
I didn't
I'm
realize
like,
till the
yeah,
credits.
Nah,
I'm
at
like,
this point,
no
everybody-
fucking way.
everybody-
Yeah. They showed there was like an
Everybody's in there at
Instagram
one
post of
point.
like all 70-something cameos in the movie. I'm like, no fucking way, that's Reggie Bush. Like, how did I miss that? That was good.
Yep. Other things that I've watched is randomly. So I watched Joey Badass discussing his history with TDE and addressing the Rayvon diss records. Discuss his growth as an artist. I still need to tap in and complete. I did start the Rayvon album, but I did see y'all boy, and you mentioned the album earlier, Drew. But he got a lot of flack on social media, Rayvon, because he essentially went on the Rory and Maul podcast, and they had discussions about certain things. But then basically his energy there wasn't the same as what it was on social media. So the woman that they have that kind of is one of the hosts on the show went in, didn't name him by name, but just was talking about certain things and essentially was saying he is older than what he portrays. I guess essentially lies about his age. I don't want to get into the rumors and stuff. One thing I did have a problem with, he made it seem like when he got on the show, he would address certain things a certain way, and his energy just wasn't on the show what it was to then leave the show and start basically like kind of shitting on him. So, but I know that's y'all boy, so I just was curious, had y'all seen that, and if y'all had any thoughts on that?
So what he said was he was on Effective Immediately with DJ Head and Gina Views, and he said that they was at the BET Awards, and so he did the Rory and Maul show. And he said he went up there to check their energy because they were saying a lot of shit online. Like they had like a lot of energy online when he was doing the back and forth with Joey Badass, and he wanted to see like he was like, I can't tell if y'all really don't fuck with me, like if y'all real or not. Like so, I'm going to go in there in front of your face to see how you respond to me. He was like, we went there, we had a nice conversation, they was cool, and they was saying like it's just content. And he was like, all right, cool. Like, so now I know. He was like, because I think a lot of people when get confused when you say I'm going to check their energy, like you gonna come up and like you just punking somebody. Like, no, you're trying to see if how you speaking online is gonna be with the same vigor and like that you're gonna speak in front of somebody's face. And most times, more times than not, nobody does that. And like, I think a lot of people, like I said, it's a culture thing too, because like when like East Coast people say they're going to check energy, it's beef already. They going up there to kind of like press you. When West Coast people do it, they're going to like, hey, we cool. If we not, we can figure this out. But if we are, like, you being a little disrespectful. So that's what he said. What Damaris got mad about is because, like I said, East Coast people, like, she took it as if he's saying he was going to press them. That's not what he said. And he kind of like, he responded to her video and he was like, I said I was going to check your energy. Like, because if we online and I don't know y'all, you come across a certain way, and then when I'm in your face, like you chill, it was like, damn. So online is just a persona. Y'all just characters, right? This is a show. When we're in front of each other, y'all are more respectful. And so that's what it was. And then he was like saying jokes about Maul and stuff like that, about he calling him chubby and shit like that. So he was just joking around with that. But it's not really nothing crazy. Like, I didn't really like how Damaris went about that, but you know, it's social media, man. People react a certain way. Like, I also hate, you know, to Rayvon's point, I hate how people always say use the excuse. It's content. It's content. Like I know I don't like. I'm gonna talk about me personally. So on our podcast, I don't talk about Redacted. You know what I'm saying? Like the game. If I see the game in person, I'm not going to become a groupie. It's going to be the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to act a certain way on here, and when I see them in person, I'm going to be a whole different thing. I think a lot of people in these podcast spaces now do that. You know what I'm saying? You're friendly with them in their face, and you call them all type of bitch asses online and stuff like that. I think that's weird. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the same way Rayvon took it. Like, yo, like, we good? This is rap. I don't even know y'all. Like, so, and I think that's what it was. And she was saying that they shouldn't even mention him. He's a up and coming rapper. This platform is too big for us to be naming these niggas, and y'all don't even give them the same Rory and Maul the same respect like they should be getting. I just felt like she was doing too much, but that was the issue. So
I did notice they had one thing. They had a clip of the interview where Rayvon basically was speaking to some of the things you mentioned too.
Yeah.
And on the show, I will say his energy was very much like, nah, like y'all cool. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking to other journalists.
Yeah.
But then there was tweets that I saw people reference after the interview where it's kind of like his energy did seem different online, kind of like what you are speaking to.
Yeah.
But one thing Rayvon did speak to is the fact that in the beef, he did recognize and speak to like how powerful going viral or, you know, basically clout, like certain things you do have to do for clout as an artist to get your name out there.
Yeah.
And it did feel like some of the things he was speaking to was exactly what it felt like occurred with him going on the show and not necessarily rocking with Rory and Maul or agreeing with them. But like you said, like the energy just felt different. But the thing I took away is I kind of did think Rayvon was younger than I guess he was.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how old he is. I don't know.
yeah, so I guess that's,
Like,
that's one
so-
thing. But like, I don't know. I just was curious how y'all felt about that. But no, you helped kind of add some insight to that. So no, I just was curious. I've seen his name a lot on social media this past week, so I even had to dig and find like who exactly it was.
Yeah,
And
and then
I
like
think
one thing I noticed on their interview too, like, cause you know Ma is biased towards Drake or whatever. So
Yeah.
when Rayvon was up there, it was kind of like, yo, we only really got 15 minutes on this carpet. Like, I don't really get into a circle, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you could tell he had more to say, like to punch some holes in Ma's argument, but it was
Yeah.
just like, all right, man, yeah, you got it. Like, just whatever. Like, I'm not
That's fair
finna.
too.
Yeah,
I didn't
so-
think of it being on the carpet and only being
yeah.
15 minutes. I think
Yeah,
that's
he
a good
wasn't
point.
in their studio. He wasn't sitting down with them to really get a full in depth conversation with them. It was in passing at the BET Awards. You know when all the podcasts are there. So
Oh yeah. Okay. I think I mentioned earlier listening to the interview, or no, when we were speaking on Drake, you had said you felt like you wanted Drake to move on. Somebody that spoke on the beef was actually Saha the Prince. I was listening to his an interview he did, but he said ultimately he felt like Drake took things too serious, and it basically like he should be able to move past certain things within the beef and talk about it in his music. So I thought just considering Saha the Prince and some of the things he talked about, but
yeah, I agree. Drake was the one who made it personal. You know what I'm saying? So like and that's another reason why I say like I can't. As a man, it's certain shit that Drake does that I just can't, like, bro, you're not gonna sit here in front of my face and make me feel like you just this innocent bystander. Like, you did this shit first. You made it personal first. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everything that comes after, you just gotta deal with. You know, like, you can't sit up here and be like, woe is me. Like, I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Had it just been like a war of words, like, and then move on, nobody, we probably wouldn't even be talking about this no more. But so, yeah.
no, I thought it was a good point. And like I said, with Jermaine Dupri saying he just would focus on the hits, but the Saha interview was really good. Talked about being on the same Freshman XL cover as Meek Mill, Kendrick, YG, Fred the Godson. He actually spoke to how him and Kendrick have kind of been locked in basically since that time or even before, and was saying like they actually really was cool. Like I said, YG, Fred the Godson, Yellow Wolf, Lil B, but also he's talked about kind of the climate when it comes to the music, and it being the right time to drop his album just based on, like we said, like after the beef, and I've always spoke to it, like the quality and like the way we listen has kind of changed. Like we've gotten back to looking for substance. So he basically, Saha Prince said one of the best takeaways from the beef was the fact that if your music ain't really good, you really not dropping right now. Like he just mentioned like a lot of like the way we look at music and what we looking for has changed. So to hear that from Saha the Prince, like that was just dope to see, and looking forward to his album too. Sorry, I just got a phone call while reading my notes. The only other things I watched was Ndamukong Suh and the 22nd ranked Nebraska team taking on the number 3 Texas team back in the 2009 Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. Bro, Suh had 12 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, damn near literally won the game himself as a defensive player. Now, mind you, they lost on a final second field goal after time was put back on the clock. So, essentially, Nebraska almost pulled off and probably should have pulled off the upset. They put more time on the clock. They made the field goal, but Suh was 4th in Heisman voting that year, like, as a defensive lineman. Like,
Damn.
when I go back, and it's kind of crazy because obviously we all know we're Lions fans. We drafted Sue, but it's like, bro, the aura of Sue, like the pure dominance of Sue. In my lifetime, I don't know if I've seen a defensive player, let alone defensive tackle, like between the Sues and the crowd. Like,
I don't know. Sue was different. Aaron Donald probably surpassed Sue a little bit, but
yeah, I think what helped Aaron Donald, which again, dominant, like one of a kind, like just like different. I think with Donald, the difference, I think, to me, it was almost like there's like this underdog level to it. Like he came in and he was known, but also like undersized, will he work out, blah, blah, to being as dominant as he was. Where with Sue, it's like almost like that LeBron James thing, right? Like coming in, you're 18, you're expected to be this king. Can you live up to the hype? Not only did you live up to it, like, bro, like he talks about openly because he recently retired, and he just talked about how he never really wanted to leave Detroit. He felt like he should have been one of the highest players because of what he did for the team.
Yeah.
I get that, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's either him or Aaron Donald, but, like, before Aaron Donald, there was Sue. Like, I remember when Sue went to the combine and ran his 40, and motherfuckers was shocked that a person that big could run that fast. Like, bro, literally seeing what he did for Detroit. Like, yes, he went overboard. Yes, he got suspended. But for a long time, Detroit was getting punked on defense. He come in, like I mentioned with Lawrence Taylor. Like, bro, you didn't punk Detroit. It was more so like, hey, we might get punked if we not on our shit when Sue came around. So I just want to give him his flowers. But, like, bro, I literally, like, it's crazy thinking back to that game. I remember when that game happened, like, him throwing around Colt McCoy. Colt McCoy was, like, spitting up blood at a certain – he was getting his ass kicked, bro. Like, Sue was that dominant. So it's just crazy to think about.
Do you know who was in the race with him, B?
I'm trying to think.
I just looked it up because I didn't know myself.
This was in 2009. So who?
Cam?
I'm trying to think. Because, shit, when did we take Stafford? Stafford was what?
08, I believe, and he played his first year in 09.
Okay. So then after Stafford, then I'm thinking it had to be either – was it Sam Bradford?
The winner of the Heisman that year was Mark Ingram.
Mark Ingram, okay.
You want to know who else was with him over Sue, which I really don't agree with, was Toby Gerhart, who I completely forgot about, and as you just mentioned, Colt McCoy.
That's a fucking throwback. Bro, I remember he was...
It said Sue's fourth place finish was the best ever for an interior defensive lineman, which is crazy.
Damn, so... Bro, that's crazy. Shit, this is back when we graduated high school, man. That's,
Mark Ingram had a hell of a year. I remember that. He was insane.
He did. Matter of fact, guy at the gym was breaking down how basically how he ended up going to Alabama was the fact that his father was coached by Nick Saban when Nick Saban was just a wide receivers coach and stayed trying to get his father to go to class because he knew he had NFL potential, but he really wasn't fucking with it like that, got in trouble. Now his son comes along looking to see what school he needs to go to, and the girlfriend who Nick Saban originally reached out to, trying to get her to get the father to go to class like he should, instantly remembered and said, no, my son is going to where Nick Saban was because they remembered he was really trying to get the dad in the NFL, but it didn't pan out. But then he gets to coach his son, so it worked out. It's a beautiful story, man. Watching Adrian Peterson highlights from 2012 when he won MVP, bro, I remember he had the injury, but I forgot that it was directly before the MVP year. Bro, it's crazy that a whole generation of kids will never know what it was like to watch prime Adrian Peterson, let alone as Lions fans. We knew him real well because twice a year he was just praying he didn't get 200 yards, bro. Like, bro, just like to see when he coming off the corner and he run angry. It ain't too many people that run like AP did in his prime, but like he could cut, he could juke. He could decide he ain't juking shit and just run you the fuck over. Like, he literally couldn't do – the only one thing weakness-wise, he wasn't the biggest receiver out the backfield. But as long as he was in the backfield, you knew at any point he could go for 80. He did. He did. Even play for the Lions during his watch years. But,
and Cardinals.
Bro, like – so he had the injury on Christmas Eve. But, like, imagine being a prime defensive back and you see Adrian Peterson running at you full speed. Like, come on, bro. Like – it ain't too many
They
people
don't
looking
make
forward to
backs
that.
like him anymore.
I mean, they really don't. Like,
Yeah.
but
It's
he was
all,
one
like,
of kind, even in
elusive
Oakland
now.
or Oklahoma, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like, so he was 9 yards shy of Eric Dickerson's record of
Yeah, I remember that.
2,097 yards. He had 13. Matter of fact, he didn't even know. They showed the game again. He didn't realize until the game was over, and it was one of those things because they took him out. He was like, "Damn!" Like you can almost see, like if I'd have known that, I probably might have would have asked to play.
Yeah.
But bro, I don't know if that record, especially after Saquon got sat down, like
Yeah.
Man, they annoy me with that. Saquon for sure would have broke that record
Oh, yeah.
like
last
that.
year.
I can't believe that. But anywho, I've been watching a lot of random highlights. If y'all haven't been able to tell, Bob Sanders highlights of 2006. Come on, man. Hearing John Madden on some of the actual game broadcasts, like just brought back moments. So obviously I caved and got Netflix again, as I told y'all. So I mentioned Quarterbacks 2. I think we've talked about last time in passing. I think.
Yeah.
But I mentioned the Joe Burrow piano transition into Jay-Z's filling it piano keys. Like, that's just peak cinema right there, man.
Yes, that was good.
Start a new anime since we last talked about what we've watched. It's called Rurouni Kenshin. Beautiful anime. Highly recommend. Anybody looking for a new one. And the last thing I watched was Carolina Panthers versus the Legion of Boom in Seattle, Week 6. I think it was 2015. You got prime Cam Newton was in the game, Russell Wilson, but then you got guys like Earl Thomas, Luke Kuechly, Jimmy Graham, Marshawn Lynch, Greg Olsen, Devin Funches, Cam Chancellor, Jonathan Stewart. It's like, bro, this was just like a bunch of throwback names.
Was
and
Steve
this one,
Smith
mind
still
you,
on
this
that
was
team?
like, no, Steve Smith
He's
wasn't
gone
on the
then.
team. But they had, like I said, they had Olsen. They had, I think at the time, Devin Funches was like kind of thought of as being like their up and coming wide receiver.
Yeah.
But bro, like people forget, like it's you see Cam Newton getting slandered now in the media, but like, bro, he took an 8-8 team that didn't have necessarily the best offensive pieces and literally took him to the Super Bowl. Did he not jump on the fumble? Is that slanderable? For sure. But like, bro. Winning MVP in the NFL, it's only a handful of guys in the world that can ever say they won that. Mind you, not to recognize the greatness he had in Auburn with a decent team, but like they shouldn't have gone.
Ain't nobody on that team besides
I
Cam
try
go
to
to the
keep respectful,
NFL.
but you're right.
What?
You're right. Like, that team should not have been as great as it was, but we saw Cam Newton literally turn into Superman and lead them to like, bro. So I said I'll just say like, yes, ring culture is a thing. Yes, you want to win, but like. Cam Newton arguably is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the position in the NFL.
Yes.
And, like, if we going to get jokes off about winning, and I've seen Gilly the Kid saying certain things, but, like, one thing we're not going to do is slander Cam Newton as a football player and act like winning MVP is something to, like, scoff at. Like, that really just blew my mind.
That whole conversation is stupid. Cam is one of the GOATs, dog. Like, you cannot talk crazy to him. I don't know what these people talking about, man. Just because he said he don't think Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback, like that's his opinion.
And
but
he wasn't even disrespectful with it.
No.
Like his point, which is true if we like to talk about, like the Eagles don't need him to be perfect to win games. Like they don't. Like they're a loaded team. Like Saquon is basically the engine that runs the offense. Like he doesn't have to be asked to do much. Now, has he? I mean, there's a lot of people that go back and forth when it comes to Jalen Hurts. But at the end of the day, he wasn't saying it to be dismissive, to be disrespectful. Like, he don't have to go out and be that,
Bro,
even
like
top 10 to, like, win
like
games.
you said, the Eagles don't need Jalen Hurts to win. They have the best offensive line in the league. They have the best defensive line in the league. They have the best linebackers. They got the best running back in the league.
Two
They have
studs wide receiver,
two
bro.
Pro
Like,
Bowl wide receivers. Like, they don't need him to win. That's all he was saying. Like, that's all he was saying. Like,
well, like we said, people like to pretend and act dense to get engagement, to what is it? Rage bait is a thing. Like, it's just crazy. So that's all that I've watched. What have y'all been watching? What y'all been tapping into?
I haven't watched television at all.
I remember you said that.
Below Deck and Happy Gilmore too. That's about it. There really hasn't been much to watch.
Sorry, I'm sending this text real quick. that. I've played. Have y'all played NCAA 25?
I heard it's trash this year.
A little
like
bit. I
beyond
played a little
trash.
bit.
So, Drew, I'm glad you said that. I'd be lying if after playing it for a bit, finally, like, it definitely is taking a step back. And it's taking a step back for reasons that don't make sense because, like, the player movement was, like, the thing that people loved the most about NCAA. But now they literally made it like Madden. So, like, it's slower than it was last year. But at the same time, it's just, I mean, it took a step back. I'm just going to call it like it is. You get stuck on linemen in the run game, like, half the time.
Yeah.
Like, that shit
Hate
is
that.
annoying.
I hate that.
And I started a dynasty, started it randomly with Memphis. Because again, going back to Reddit, I mentioned the last episode. I was looking for the teams that had, like, the best jerseys, like, combinations. Memphis jerseys, hey, if y'all haven't taken a look, they right up there with Oregon. I'm just saying that. Like, they are literally up there with Oregon when it comes to the colors, combinations, swag. Like, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. But ultimately, I do feel like the game is taking a step
Dewan's
back.
been sending me clips of like his gameplay, and like he'll have a drive or something, the game will glitch, automatic turnover or something like that, or like the game will glitch, the guy will score a touchdown or something. Like, Jesus, I can't do that.
Defense is harder. Like, it was already hard last year. It's harder this year. The movement is slower. It's like, bro, what did y'all do to this game? Like, and I don't know if they maybe did that to, like, make Madden seem like it's even better since they added new movement to that. But it's like, bro, y'all the same company over the same, like, how y'all ruin one game?
They got all their money last year. They're good.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like, ultimately. So
I wish they would just, I don't know what the issue is, but EA, can y'all please add HBCUs? You know what I'm saying? Because I would like to play with them. So.
Talk to it. Talk to it.
I've been I started the new Indiana Jones game. I've been playing that on PlayStation.
Can I get a stream, please? I beg you. All I need
You know
is
what?
a stream.
I can do that for you. But the very first night I played it, I was getting into it, and I was just like, "What the fuck am I supposed to be doing in this game?" I was running in circles. I was going to the same place I already went to like 15 times. I'm like, I do not know what to do. And then the next day I came at it. I was like, all right, I finally figured it out. So I got the hang of it now. Yeah,
I'll look for it. I would love.
I'll do that
to
for
watch
you.
that on the stream.
It's a very pretty game. It's really
I believe
cool.
that. Just a little bit more here on my side. So I have for NFL Hall of Fame game came and went. Football season officially back until February. Thoughts on just
Love it.
football being back or the Hall of Fame game?
It ain't back till week 1. That's how I feel. Till
Exactly.
that first Thursday night game. I guess
NBA,
college.
WNBA, via Clutch Sports Twitter account, had this for y'all a while now. I'm finally able to read it. Mikal Bridges just rewrote NBA endurance history. The 2024-2025 season crowned a new kind of Iron Man. Mikal Bridges ran 285.8 total miles, regular season through the playoffs, and that's the most ever tracked by the NBA since introducing speed and distance data in 2013. That's 10.9 marathons in one season. He had no off nights, no shortcuts. It was just relentless movement on both ends. For the record, the top 6 since they've been tracking, you got Mikal Bridges at 285.8 miles this season. You have Pascal Siakam with 266.2 miles during the 2018-2019 season. Josh Hart, 259.1 miles this season as well. So he was right up there with Mikal, but Mikal did a few more. Paul George, 259 miles in the 2013-2014 season. Klay Thompson, 258.2 miles, 2019 season. And then Kevin Durant had 257.3 miles back in 2013-14.
That's a crazy
So
stat
while
to
most
track.
guys, it is, right? I'm telling you, I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. Most guys were just clocking in, but for Mikal, he laced up and never stopped running. There's probably one of those stats that people don't really or won't really remember, but it was historic. The NBA's ultimate workhorse just left his mark. In addition to that, like I said, I had this stat for a few weeks now, but Friday, the Knicks announced the team assigned Mikal Bridges to a contract extension. According to multiple reports, the extension is 4 years, $150 million deal.
Good for him.
That includes a player option for the 2029-2030 season. Good for him indeed.
Yeah, he
and
earned
then
it,
also,
honestly.
speaking of extensions, the Lakers All-Star NBA, Luka Doncic signed a 3-year, $165 million maximum contract extension with the franchise. With a player option in 2028, agent Bill Duffy told ESPN. So just wanted to put that in there too. And then lastly, as of today, the Tigers are 65-47, remain rather conservative at the trade deadline, but they play the Phillies tonight. So, hey, hopefully they can bring it home, but I don't know. You got to go up against, hopefully, the Dodgers if they make it all the way.
Hey, at least they snapped that.
Listen,
that
man,
9-10
I wanted them to
losing
go
streak.
after big guns at the deadline. They just went and changed up the rotation a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it helps. I don't know. We'll see.
You said what, Drew? You're breaking up a little bit.
I'm just happy they snapped that cold streak, that 9-10 game losing streak.
You were breaking up. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
streak. The fans is going crazy during a losing streak, but it's like if there's ever a time to do it,
Yeah.
you'd rather be now versus when the playoffs about to start. So
Yeah.
it seemed like they're righting the ship. Can't be
Yeah.
too mad at that. But that is all that I had. Did you guys have anything else that y'all wanted to add before we get out of here?
The last little thing is, Gerard, I have to say, Get Rich or Die Trying is better than 400 Degrees. There's not much of a
Yeah, I
debate to
mean-
me.
in my heart of hearts, I feel that way too. But then when you listen to like 400 Degrees now, it's like, damn, it still holds up. But I can't say it's better than Get Rich though. Like
To
I
me,
don't know.
the sound quality doesn't hold up
Yeah.
as much as Get
Might
Rich.
have
It was
to
that like that was a good little. But that person that who said that is from the South. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Can you hear? Did anything I say?
Just sound quality, what you cut out.
Oh, I
Nick.
said the sound quality of Get Rich or Die Trying sounds way better than 400 Degrees does, as far as like his time has passed to me.
I think I gathered it sounds like 400 Degrees. His time has passed, I think you said.
Damn. Can you hear me now or no? It's starting to act up again.
Yeah, it keeps going in and out,
My
unfortunately.
bad. All good. Just it's a better album. Let's just say that.
No, you're good. I can hear you now.
Oh, I was gonna say. I say as time has passed, the sound quality.
I
of Get
agree.
Rich or Die Trying is just better than 400 Degrees.
Oh man.
Oh, just one of those days. I guess I'll wait for him to boot to officially rap. I think I'm gonna rap it, and then he can just add his at the end. Honestly, when he records.
All right. He said just rap it.
Well, on that note, this has been another episode of True Hip Hop Sensations and Casual. Until the next time, man, y'all be easy.
1. Take care.
Take care.